Water. You know if it's catching our voice pretty good? Huh? Do I know?
Yeah, we ready to start.
Oh, hold on. Just record. Shalom. Good. Let me know when you're on.
Ready. 3, 2, 1, 0.
Shalom, Akim. Shalom, Yasharallah. First and foremost, I want to say call halal. Abanaw Yahweh Shem Mashiach Malak Yahushai. That's all honor and glory and praise to the Most High God in the name of His only begotten Son's name, who wanted to call Jesus Christ. We come in here to speak about the truth of Isaiah chapter 58, the spiritual truth of it. What could help in Isaiah chapter 58 and how strong it is if we apply it to our lives properly? Because we always love to bring out Isaiah chapter 58, verse 1. Cry aloud, spare not. You know, we all know that scripture, but when you read it in totality, it's really speaking about Israel and what Israel needs to do as a whole. And I'm also speaking to the majority of brothers in the truth, not just brothers that are coming into the truth or don't know about the truth, but brothers that's been in the truth and understand what this knowledge is and what the wisdom is and who the Most High God is and what we need to do for Him, you know? So we're just going to get right into it right now, man. And once again, Ahabatha Mashabakah. As I love you, Israel, in the Paleo Hebrew. But go ahead. Give me Isaiah. We can start at 1.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 58, and verse number 1. And Shalom, Israel. Verse number 1. Cry aloud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet.
It says we have to cry aloud, man. To cry is to plead. We have to plead with our people, like you would plead with somebody you love because you want them to do something that's beneficial for them. We have to cry aloud, you know what I'm saying? Plead with our people. And we can't spare not, because if you love somebody, you're going to plead with them regardless if they hate what you tell them because you know what's good for them. You're going to plead with them and cry and not spare none of their feelings. And we're going to lift up our voice like a trumpet, you know, in authority. That's what it means in the trumpet, is how I see it. It means to speak in authority, through the authority that the Most High God gave us, that He gave the righteous prophets of old before, that He gave the 12 disciples, man. If you got this truth and this knowledge and you're on the highways and byways, we have to plead to our people, not sparing their feelings and speaking in the authority that the Most High God gave us like a trumpet. Go ahead.
Cry aloud and spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet and show my people their transgressions and the house of Jacob their sins.
We got to show our people their transgressions and the house of Jacob their sins. Give me Jeremiah chapter 11, verses 6 to 7. We got to show the house of Israel their sins, iniquities. We got to show them what they've been doing and what's good for them and what's beneficial for them and what's not good for them and what's not beneficial for them. We got to show them that sins will lead them to death, man, that the way that they're living is just hectic towards the Most High God and towards their own lives, man. And they need to be peace to the Most High God instead of stress and chaos to the Most High God. We need to be peace to one another. If we learn how to be peaceful with each other, you know what I'm saying? I mean, with the Most High God, then we could be peaceful with one another, man. If we learn how to actually correct each other and save ourselves from the ways of death that we keep continuing in, then we could actually come to life and be genuine with one another properly, man. But go ahead and read that.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 6 and verse number
chapter 11.
Chapter 11 and verse number 6. Then Yahweh said unto me, proclaim all these words in the city of Judah. So Yahweh was speaking to Jeremiah, a mighty righteous prophet of old, man, telling him to proclaim the words that the Most High God gave him, that the Most High God gave all the mighty righteous prophets of old, just like he's telling us to do, man, just like he told Isaiah to do. He's telling you Israelites, man, to proclaim his knowledge, wisdom, and understanding before the nation of Israel, before you Black, Hispanics, and Native Indians, which are God's chosen people, the Israelites that the Bible speaks of. Go ahead. Come. And in the streets of Jerusalem, saying, hear ye the words of this covenant and do them. We got to hear the words of God, of the covenant that we made with the Most High God, which is the so-called Mosaic law, which is the laws of God. We got to hear them and do them, apply them to our lives. We got to be loving towards one another, man. We got to esteem each other greater than one another, man. We got to see the Most High God in one another. If you won't do the Most High God wrong, don't do your brother wrong. If you wouldn't lie to the Most High God, don't lie to your brother, man. If you wouldn't hold grudges towards the Most High God, don't hold grudges towards your brother. If you would have helped the Most High God, if he was poor in front of you, then help out your brother that's poor in front of you. Treat each other as if you would treat the Most High God, Yahweh. Go ahead. Saying, hear ye the words of this covenant and do them. For I earnestly protest unto your fathers in the day that I brought them up out of the land of Egypt. He made it clear to our ancestors, to our forefathers, man, when he brought us out of Egypt, that we need to follow the law, statutes, and commandments that the Most High God gives us for peace, for prosperity, for health, for wealth, man, for us to be in a sane mind instead of an insane mind. That's what the Most High God earnestly told our forefathers, our ancestors. And we're here today telling you guys these things, that we're praying that the Most High God speaks to us and shows Israel what we need to do earnestly, like he did like we were supposed to do back in old time. Go ahead. Even unto this day, rising early to protest, saying, obey my voice. We got to rise early. He who seeks the Most High God early shall find him. We got to rise early and tell the nation of Israel, man, every single day, and going above and beyond for the Most High God, man, going above and beyond for one another, because we love the Most High God and we love each other. And we got to tell them to obey the Most High God, because in us being disobedient puts us through pain, agony, turmoil, stress, puts us in this place called America, aka known as the daughter of Babylon, mystery Babylon that the Bible speaks of, which is a punishment on us. I want to get out this punishment. I'm tired of seeing my people in pain. I'm tired of seeing broken families, man. I'm tired of seeing an Israelite man and an Israelite woman not coming together and loving each other properly. And the only reason why they're not loving each other properly is because they're not following the law, statutes, and commandments with a true, sincere, and genuine heart, man. They're not following the spirit of the law, which guides you to the fruits of the spirit that shows you how to treat one another like brothers and sisters, like you would treat the Most High God. Is that it on that? Go back to Isaiah. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 58 and verse number 2. Yet they seek me daily and delight to know my ways, as a nation that did righteousness. And that's what you Israelites in the truth do, man. We wake up
to seek the Most High God daily. And we delight to do this truth, man. We delight to come out here and teach our people what's going to be beneficial for them, to represent the Most High God properly. We delight to do these things. We delight to do righteousness and not eating pork, man, and not eating, shrimp, crab, and lobster, not hating our brothers. We're supposed to delight in these things. And a lot of Israelites have a true, sincere heart, and they're going out here delighting to do these things. Go ahead.
As a righteous nation that did righteousness and forsook not the ordinance of their God, they ask of me ordinances of justice. They take delight in approaching to God.
See, we don't forsake the ordinances of God. We keep our fringes on, our tassels on. We study. We're out there on the highways and byways, preaching and teaching and trying to feed the lost sheep of the nation of Israel, letting Black, Hispanics, and Native Indians know that they're God's chosen people according to the Bible. You know what I'm saying? We delight to do these things. We don't forsake the ordinances of the Most High God. You know, we take delight in approaching to Yahweh. But certain people just ain't genuine when they do these things. And you could tell a person's spirit on how they move and what they do and how they speak it when they're presenting the truth. You could tell, man. And it needs to stop as far as what's about to happen. But go ahead.
Verse 3. Let me read this in the GNT.
Go ahead, read it.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 51, verse 2 in the GNT. They worship me every day, claiming that they are eager to know my ways and obey my laws. They say they want me to give them just laws and that they take pleasure in worshiping me.
See, that's what we say as a nation, man. We come out here and we say these things. A lot of Israelites, man. And a lot of these Israelites ain't sincere, you know, but a lot of you are. You know, I know me and my brother, you know what I'm saying? I can only speak for me and my brother that I see constantly on a day-to-day basis, that we're genuinely coming to delight to know God and to follow his law, statutes, and commandments. But there's many of you guys out here that's doing it for your own vain, selfish reasons. You're not doing it because you really want to put a smile on the Most High God's face. You're doing it because you want something from the Most High God. You want to make a name for yourself, man. Or you're doing it because you want glory, or because you want to be seen a part of this mighty, powerful camp or that mighty, powerful camp, man. Or you want to be a leader of a mighty, powerful camp, man. Instead of doing it because, God, I truly love you. I want to put a smile on your face. Read that again in the GNT. That was pretty powerful.
It's Isaiah 58 and verse number 2. They worship me every day, claiming that they are eager to know my ways and obey my laws. They say they want me to give them just laws and that they take pleasure in worshiping me.
See, that's what we say, man. Go ahead and read it in read verse 3.
It says verse 3 in the KJV. Wherefore have we fasted? Wherefore have we fasted, say they, and thou seest not.
And a lot of brothers get prideful, man. A lot of brothers say, man, I fasted today. Where's my blessing, man? If you're coming in this looking for God to do something for you, you're going to gas out, man. And I'm not saying God ain't going to do nothing for you, but I'm saying if you're only doing this because you want him to answer a prayer for you, and when God chooses to say, I don't want to answer that prayer because it's not good for you right now at this time, or not good for you at all, you're going to gas out, man. You're going to go right back into the world. You know, a lot of brothers fast for their own vain reasons and then want to say, God, thou seest. You seen what I did. You seen how I fast. You know how I went a whole week with pure water. Or you know how I went 3 days with no food and no water, man. You see how I'm fasting. God, where's my prayer? Where's my blessing, man? As if you have some type of power or some type of authority to speak to the Most High God in that way, man. You owe the Most High God everything. He don't owe you nothing, man. And that's what you need to realize, man. We deserve all the punishments that we're going through right now as a nation of Israel. And we need to really seek to show the Most High God that we're sorry for what we're doing by doing his law, statutes, and commandments with a sincere and genuine heart. But go ahead and read that again.
Verse 3. Wherefore have we fasted, they say, and thou seest not. Wherefore we have afflicted our soul, and thou takest no knowledge.
And certain brothers be like, man, I afflicted my soul. Man, I done sat here and didn't eat and all this other type of stuff, and I still didn't get this prayer, or I still didn't do this. They're not content with what God gave them. You know, they're frustrated because God didn't give them exactly what they wanted when they wanted it, man. And we can't be like that. We got to be content with what little we have, and God will give us much. If you do good with little, I'll bless you with much. That's what the Most High God says, man. So we got to learn how to be content with what we have and stop fasting for our own vain, selfish reasons, man. Fast for your brother. Fast to help out, to grow yourself, man, to have some type of discipline, to follow these law, statutes, commandments with a true, genuine heart. Don't fast because you want to be the head honcho guy or because you want to have all the knowledge and the new breakdown and for everybody to glorify you, man. That's not why you fast. And that's what a lot of brothers do deep down, man. They fasted for their own selfish reasons. Go ahead.
Come. It says, behold, ye fast, Salaki. Wherefore we have fasted, say they, and thou seest not. Wherefore we have afflicted our soul, and thou takest no knowledge. Behold, in the day of your fast ye find pleasure, and exact all your labor.
And that's what we do. Like, man, I fasted. I did that. You know, speaking in a prideful way, man. I fasted that whole week, man. What this brother do? I bet you that brother don't fast like I fast. I bet you that brother don't move with the power that I move for God, man. You know, having that prideful spirit on you, exacting your labors, making it seem like you did something good, man. You know, when you did it out of a malice heart or in a vain reason, you're not fasting for the right reasons. And watch, the Most High God gonna get into it right here. Go to verse 4.
It says, behold, ye fast for strife and debate.
Man, you fasted for strife and debate. A lot of y'all love to have strife and debate and say, oh, I can't wait to cut this brother. I can't wait to cut that brother. A lot of y'all are like that, man. And it's sad. You're not fasting to try to get the knowledge to heal one another. You're fasting to be the head honcho and have a pissing contest with each other, man. And it's out of line. The Most High God didn't say do that. And that's wicked for you to fast for envy and strife and debate. And that's what you see a lot of Israelites do. But go ahead.
And to smite with the fist of wickedness, ye shall not fast, as ye do this day.
So you fast to strike with the wickedness, man. You're fasting for wicked intentions, man, to quarrel and brawl and go against one another, man. To say that I'm that guy and he's not that guy. Sitting over here hearing baits where brothers are saying, no, you stupid, no, shut up, you listen to me, no, you do it. Man, chill out, bro. Are we trying to build or are we trying to destroy one another? Even if another brother is coming at me trying to act in that type of way, in that type of spirit of where he want to make fun of me or act like he know more than me, I'm going to look at him in a humble and peaceful way, and I'll be like, brother, you got that? Hey, you can believe what you want to believe. But as of how I see and how the scriptures are saying, this is what it is. I don't got to call you out your name. I don't got to sit over here and belittle you or downgrade you, etc. I can handle this in a much more, calm and humble way and meek way, like the Most High God said to do. Be humble and be meek. The meek shall inherit the kingdom of heaven, man. I'm trying to be that meek, and I want my brothers and sisters to be meek. And if we exchange with one another in a meek way, we'll grow. Me and this brother right next to me, we quarrel and debate and go back and forth with each other. But we do it because we're trying to grow with each other to where it doesn't turn into arguments to where we're talking down on one another or talking about each other, but we're really trying to understand one another. And we get somewhere when we move this way. But when you move with somebody that's just trying to show that they the boss or belittle you or something, you can't get nowhere with a brother like that. It says, don't argue with a fool, at least you become a fool, man. I ain't finna be presented as a fool as I'm trying to get a fool to understand that I love him, and he's trying to get me to understand that he hates me in a manipulative and conniving way. We got to get out of the spirit, Israel. We got to stop doing these things, man. What is it? Can you give me this in the NLT on your phone real quick? Because it's cold in the NLT, man. I'll be reading these things, man, through the spirit of the Most High God, and I'm seeing that Israel, as of right now, a lot of Israelites, not all, if the shoe fit, wear it, but a lot of Israelites are moving in a spirit that is not through the fruits of the spirit. And I'm going to say this right now. You can't follow the letter of law perfectly unless you're trying your hardest to follow the fruits of the spirit and trying to understand the spirit of the law. Then you'll be able to follow the law completely.
What you want in the NLT?
NLT verse 4.
Okay.
Isaiah chapter 58 verse 4. You know, we got to understand these things, Israel. It's very easy to get up out of this, man, if we really show true, sincere love and compassion for one another, like the fruits of the spirit shows us to do, man. Like patience, long suffering, man. We're going to get into the fruits of the spirit that helps us grow as a whole, that helps us grow as a family and treat each other as family and take us from the opposite path that Esau put us on by making us have envy and strife and debate. Yeah, we all came from the world. We all came from gang banging or doing something that was of this world to where we're treating each other in a worldly way with the Bible in our hand and with the knowledge of God, which makes no sense. We can't treat each other like we did in the world, man. If you're offending a brother and the brother be like, hey, bro, stop doing that, offends me, be a sincere brother and be like, all right, bro, I'm going to try my hardest not to do that. You know, I always joke and play around with everybody all the time, but I see it offends you. So I'm going to try my hardest not to joke and play around with you like that. I'm going to try to adapt to you, and I'm going to pray that you hopefully adapt to me too. And you understand I love to joke and play around, and you don't take it personal. But you know what? Since it's getting on your nerves, I'm going to try my hardest to not do that. I'm not saying I ain't going to do it, but I'm going to try my hardest to stop doing that to you. But go ahead.
This is Isaiah 58, verse 4 in the NLT. What good is fasting when you keep on fighting and quarreling?
What good is you fasting, you know what I'm saying, if you love to fight and quarrel with one another? What good is you fasting for amount of days, for knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, and to get close to the Most High God if you still are fighting and quarreling with your brother and not building with each other, man? What good is it? Go ahead.
What kind of fasting will never get you anywhere with me? This kind of fasting will never get you anywhere with me.
You fasting for the wrong reasons ain't going to ever get you anywhere closer to the Most High God, man. It's going to actually drift you further and further away from the Most High God to where evil spirits is guiding you, and you don't even realize that you're being influenced by evil spirits that are guiding you to your destruction, because God gave you over to your own lustful desires. And your own lustful desires was to make people look stupid with the scriptures. Your own lustful desires was to sit over here and try to make yourself be the guy and think that you know everything. Your own lustful desires was to move in a prideful way, and pride goes before destruction. Go ahead.
Verse 5 in the NLT. You humble yourself.
No, that was good. That was good on that one. Give me Philippians chapter 1, verses 15 to 18, because even Paul knew about this, man. I like the beloved Paul. I love the beloved brother Paul. And I love Peter. I love what the 12 disciples are doing. They were about brotherly unity at the end of the day. They were about the Most High God and laws, statutes, and commandments, and how to follow them so that we can have true brotherly unity with each other. And I get it. You know, I'm not saying Paul's delivery was always proper, as well as Peter or a lot of all the prophets, but they had true righteous intentions at the end of the day. And we need to understand these things and try to apply the wisdom and knowledge that the Most High God gave them to our lives so that we can follow the laws properly and treat each other properly and represent the Most High God properly and right. But go ahead.
Philippians chapter 1.
This in NLT after this. Matter of fact, you can just read it in the NLT. That's actually good in the NLT. Both is good in the KJV and the NLT, but I'll just go straight to the point with the NLT with this one, man. Because it's a little bit more clear.
This is the book of Philippians chapter 1 and verse number 15 in the NLT.
15 to 18.
It says, it's true that some are preaching out of jealousy and rivalry.
See, a lot of brothers is preaching out of jealousy and rivalry, man. They out here trying to debate with one another, go against each other because they got jealousy, you know what I'm saying, and rivalry with one another. You know what I'm saying? They got envy and strife with each other, man. And that's how they preaching towards one another, man. And it's sick. It's out of line, man. And these type of brothers, I don't believe these type of brothers gonna get the kingdom unless they repent, you know? But go ahead.
But others preach about Hamashiach with pure motives.
But others preach with a true, sincere heart, man. They preach the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding the word of the living God with a true, sincere heart, man. That's what they do. They're really trying to grow somebody. And you could tell when somebody trying to cut you just because they want to make themselves feel good and make you look stupid. And you could tell when somebody is really trying to correct you with a loving and kind spirit, man. Really trying to guide you and show you the true, mighty, righteous doctrine of the Most High God. And that's how we got to be, man. And a lot of brothers got to stop being so sensitive to when somebody comes and brings out knowledge, wisdom, and understanding that they don't know nothing about. They got to stop being so sensitive of thinking that this person is trying to come off like they're better than them. No, they just know something and they're trying to give it to you. That's how brothers treat nerds. A nerd to come and tell you, hey, this is this and this is that, and you're saying it wrong. And the brother look at a nerd like, what, you think you better than me? You think you need to get out that spirit. No, he's trying to help you out at the end of the day. He's trying to help you see it. And I see my brothers in Sakari do that all the time, especially Hassad, man, especially Deacon at times, man. And a lot of my brothers in Sakari, they're sitting over there trying to walk with a brother and help a brother understand, but a brother thinks the other brother that they're trying to get to understand thinks that they're trying to make him look stupid or just trying to cut him for audience and for viewers' sake. No, they're really trying to get you to understand the way that you're thinking. You know what I'm saying? So you could actually correct it and see the scriptures clearly, because you're throwing dips and you're throwing things. You're putting my fault. You're putting puzzle pieces where they don't fit, and you don't realize that you're doing these things. So the only way that I can get you to see these things is by asking you questions and letting you figure it out yourself by the questions that I ask you, because if you're real and sincere, you're going to answer these questions with a true, sincere heart. And then you're going to realize, dang, I was wrong there. You know, my bad. Thank you for correcting me. I don't want to walk around saying that I know everything, you know what I'm saying, and then I don't, and then I look stupid and foolish. You know, I want to be able to actually be corrected, so I know what I'm putting down is right and it's true, and it's guiding people to do what they need to do, guiding the nation of Israel to do what they need to do. Go ahead.
It says, it's true that some are preaching out of jealousy and rivalry, but others preach about Christ with pure motives.
Mm-hmm.
They preach because they love me.
See, they preach because they love the Most High God, man. They love their brotherhood. They preach because of these things. Go ahead.
They preach because they love me, for they know I have been appointed to defend the good news.
See, they love their brother Paul, man, and they love the Most High God too, and they showed it, man, because they sat over there and preached with a true, sincere heart, because that's the spirit that Paul was coming into. He was trying to guide people with a true, sincere heart. He said, I became all things to all men to win them over. That's a true, sincere heart, is to say, I'm going to lower myself to this brother that ain't as knowledgeable as me, or that ain't where I'm at, just so I could build him up to where I'm at and help him get in a better position, because he might be able to help me out once he grows to where he's supposed to be. You know, that's a true motive right there. And the brothers that understand Paul and were sincere love Paul for this, which means that they love the Most High God for this, because they're loving their brother as they love themselves, man. But go ahead.
It says, they preach because they love me, for they know I have been appointed to defend the good news. Those others do not have pure motives as they preach about Hamashiach.
See, they don't got pure motives as they preach, man. They just want a big following, man, or they want your money, man, or they want your views, or they want to be praised of men, etc. It says the scripture says a lot of men are going to be these ways. So you can't be dumb and blind to the fact that there's certain men that move this way, no matter how deep their breakdown is, no matter how much they got knowledge and wisdom and stuff. Still check their motives, check their fruit, check their actions. You know, yeah, the Most High God said, listen to the Pharisees, just don't do as they do. There's righteous Pharisees and wicked Pharisees, man. Don't follow their actions, the actions of the wicked Pharisees. Follow the actions of the righteous Pharisees, but also follow what they preach, because they know what they're talking about. And that's where we need to humble down, man. We need to stop being so envious and strife and jealousy and hatred and arguing and using the word of God for our own selfish, vain reasons. Stop twisting the scriptures up just to fit your narrative and how you want to move, man. Accept the scriptures for what they truly are and apply them to your life, and let the scriptures, the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of the Most High God, the words of God, truly heal you and guide you to be the best that you could be, so you can be the best for somebody else properly. Go ahead.
It says, those, verse 17, Philippians 1 and verse number 17 in the NLT, it says, those others do not have pure motives as they preach about a Mashiach. They preach with selfish ambition, not sincerely.
So they preaching for selfish ambition, man. If the shoe fit, wear it. There's a lot of brothers out here preaching for their own selfish reasons. Go ahead.
Intending to make my chains more painful to me.
Man, and they making chains more painful for brothers, man. They're making it painful for the brothers that truly are sincere in this truth, trying to guide people to do what they need to do, because they ain't sincere. So they're pushing false doctrines and pushing things that's just not true according to the scriptures. And now the true sincere brothers got a true zeal on them to where they want to go out and try to correct these false doctrines and stuff, man. It's making these bondages harder, man. It's like brothers in prison adding more rules onto what the prison cell already has on rules. It's like you making it harder for me to be in this hellhole, man. Don't put on more rules, man. Like, let's make it easier on one another. But that's what these brothers that don't got pure motives do. They make it harder for us to live through this tribulation and the slavery that we're going through. They make it harder. because they misguiding us and misleading us, and then they showing the left-hand side of the spirits rather than the right-hand side of the spirits. They're showing the envy and the strife and the hatred and jealousy as if it's cool and to move this way and to get at the people that's doing righteous, you know what I'm saying, and look at them like they evil and wicked when really they the evil wicked wolves in sheep clothing, man. Go ahead.
Khan, it says, Salakia, verse 18, but that doesn't matter whether their motives are false or genuine. The message about Hamashiach is being preached either way.
Hey, man, but at the end of the day, Paul is so wise at this point, man. This is why I always tell brothers, believe what you want to believe. I ain't finna go back and forth with you. I'll debate with somebody that's really trying to build, man, because they're just trying to understand. I ain't finna debate with somebody that's sitting over there trying to just justify their wicked actions, which a lot of brothers that debate the Israelites, you know what I'm saying, even in the Israelite community that debate other Israelites, man, are just trying to make excuses for their wicked actions and how they move. I know a brother, I can tell those spirits on these brothers, man, that be sitting over here trying to use you to justify their wicked actions because they feel like if I win this debate, then I knew that the spirit wasn't on his brother and I was right, etc. Whatever reason of why they're doing it, man. It's sick, bro. I ain't finna debate with you back and forth. Believe what you want to believe, bro. Seek out your own soul salvation with fear and trembling, man. I ain't finna go back and forth with you about who Esau is or who Ruth was. Saying if you want to believe that Ruth was Israelite, cool. If you don't want to believe, man, that's on you, man.
Okay.
If you want to believe in lies and falsehood, man, go ahead. That's on you at the end of the day. I tried. It says suffer your brother twice. You know what I'm saying? After that, dust off the feet and keep moving. You know, heard that from this brother right now. You know what I'm saying? That be telling me, man, stop trying so hard. You be wanting it for people more than they want it for themselves. And you putting so much stress and pain on yourself trying to get somebody to wake up and come alive when they don't really want to wake up and come alive, man. Just dust the feet or dust your feet off, man, and let them go, man. Believe what you want to believe at the end of the day, man. There's 5 things that I'm going to debate, man. And these are the 5 things that have to do with my salvation. Who Esau is, who the Gentiles are in the New Testament, you know, what is it? The law's not done away with. Salvation is only for Israel, and who the Israelites are. All that has to do with my salvation. Anything that has to do with my salvation, I'll go back and forth. But I'm only going to suffer you twice. After that, man, believe what you want to believe. I ain't going back and forth with you. And this is why you see Deacon always just hit the Deacon from Sakari always hit that button and push somebody out his channel. Like, I ain't got time to debate with you. At least I'll become a fool, man. Bye. You know, and a lot of viewers look at him like, oh, he was harsh, he was wrong. No, he understood the spirit. You know what I'm saying? And he understood the scriptures. And he understood I ain't gonna go back and forth with this dude, man. I'm gonna put too much gray hairs on my fucking head, on my head. Excuse my French. Too much gray hairs on my head, man. Trying to deal with these people.
A lot of times too, man. You know, sometimes you click that button on them, and the next time you have a conversation with them, it's a lot more respect shown. And the edification could be a lot more pure, you know what I mean? So a lot of times it's good to just come back to a topic, especially if somebody already have their guard up and their walls up, right? We have to try to get this knowledge, man, with an open mind, like those in the Church of Berea. You know, you got to be there with a readiness of mind, man. That means open and willing, right, to receive something that you know contradicts what you've been taught all your life. You know what I mean? And it's not an easy thing to do. So sometimes you gotta shut them down and come back to it, man.
Yeah, their level of pride is too high, man. I had a level of pride. It took me 3 years to come in this truth because a brother by the name of Captain Tazimah Moth, man, and a brother by the name of Alazar Bunloya, aka Gorilla Hebrew, man, came and told me this truth, and I just couldn't accept it, man. So I dedicated my life to trying to prove this truth to be wrong. I went in and that means I start boxing with God. I wasn't boxing with them. I chose to say, hey, let's box, God. Let's box Yahweh. And Yahweh beat me down for 3 years straight. And in me trying to disprove them, I came to realize that they was right. That the scriptures is true and these religious groups ain't true, man. What I was taught. But I had to humble down. But I had a high level of pride on me to where God had to beat that pride out of me. And I thank him for doing that because he could have gave me over to my pride and let me fall and be destroyed, man. But no, he said, you know what, I'm going to beat this pride out this brother because he genuinely wants to get it. He's just been so brainwashed and beat down. So sometimes you got to let somebody sit in their dirty diaper until they realize they stink, man. And by letting them sit is by, hey, I ain't debating with you, bro. Go about your day, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, click. I'm not dealing with this dude, man. You know, by them doing that to me, it made me want to study, man. By them coming at me in such a stern way and showing me what the true raw truth was, man. I had to sit here and humble down, man. But go ahead. I think that was it on that. Let's go back to this. Oh, come on, go ahead.
It says this is the book of Philippians, chapter 1 and verse number 18. But that doesn't matter whether their motives are false or genuine. The message about Hamashiach is being preached either way. So I rejoice, and I will continue to rejoice, for I know that as you pray for me and the spirit of Yahushua Mashiach helps me, this will lead to my deliverance.
See, man, it's going to lead to our deliverance. God said he's going to use the righteous as well as the unrighteous. What you want? Charge. He's going to use the righteous as well as the unrighteous, man. You know, he's going to bring glory to his name regardless. Through the wicked and the righteous, he's going to bring glory to his name because he's going to uphold the righteous and build them up and strengthen them and let them fly up out that dust. And he's going to destroy the wicked. You know what I'm saying? And bring them low to the dust and then destroy them in that dust, man. Regardless, he's going to bring honor and glory and praise and fame to his name. So ain't no point in going back and forth with people, man. It's his movie. He knows what scene he gave you. He knows what script he gave you. And all you can do is pray that the Most High God gave you a true righteous script that's going to make you do what is pleasing for him in the sight of everybody.
Precept. There's the book of Colossians, chapter 3 and verse number 23. And it reads, whatever you do, work at it with all your heart.
Whatever you do, you got to work as strong as you do, man. With all your heart, with all your capability. If you want success in anything you do, you got to put your full into it with a true, sincere heart, man. Especially when it comes to this truth and pleasing the Most High God. Go ahead.
As though you were working for the Lord and not for people.
See, you got to do this because you're working for Yahweh, not for people. A lot of brothers, and I'm speaking for myself too, and I know brothers feel it too, is you join the camp or you join this brotherhood or you join this truth, and you trying to please the person that taught you this truth, or you trying to please your organization, not realizing you came in this to please the Most High God, not a man. And this will make you stay firm and strong in the truth, no matter what or whoever is speaking to you or whatever organization or camp you're a part of. Because you know, at the end of the day, I'm doing it for Yahweh, man. I'm doing it for Yahweh, Y Yahweh Shai, and Y Yasharallah. I'm doing it for Yahweh, his son, and the nation of Israel, man. That's what I'm doing this for, man. I ain't doing it for any camp. I ain't doing it for any brother on this street, man, to please them. I'm doing it to please the Heavenly Father of heaven and earth, man. Go ahead.
Remember that the Lord will give you as a reward what he has kept for his people. For Hamashiach is the real master you serve.
Yeah, we're all under Hamashiach Malak Yahweh Shai, man. We're all under Yahweh Shai, who we call Jesus Christ, man, at the end of the day. And he's going to give us that reward, those many mansions, man, those spiritual vessels that we can conduct ourselves in, man, to where we ain't got to worry about being hurt or going through any pain. The kingdom, rulership of the earth, the true heaven, man. That's what he's going to give us. And that's what we're working for. We're working for our master. You know what I'm saying? We're working for Yahweh, Y Yahweh Shai. That's what we're working for, man. So understand that you're not doing this for nobody else but the Most High God and his son and the nation of Israel that he loves. Go ahead. Go to verse 4. And yeah, you got it. I mean, verse 5.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 58 and verse number 5. Is it?
Matter of fact, start at 4 real quick so we can get back into the motion of what we were talking about.
Verse 4. Behold, ye fast for strife and debate, and to smite with the fist of wickedness. Ye shall not fast as ye do this day, to make your voice to be heard on high.
On all this fasting, man, of trying to make your voice being heard on high, there's a certain fast we got to do of the nation of Israel, man. There's a certain fast that God is calling us to do. And the fast that you keep doing on your own time, where you like, I'm not going to eat today, or I'm not going to drink today. It's cool. It's good for you to do. I ain't saying don't stop doing these things, you know. But there's another fast that you got to do too, Israel. Go ahead.
Hey, right. You go check on them, please. It says, so your voice, to make your voice be heard on high.
No, them in the bathroom. Go ahead.
To make your voice be heard on high is as Is it such a fast that I have chosen, a day for a man to afflict his soul?
Now the Most High God is asking, man, is this the fast that I told you to do? Did I tell you to go a whole week with no water, man? Did I tell you, with pure water? Did I tell you to go 3 days with no food, no water? Did I tell you to do that fast? Did I tell you to afflict your soul? Did I tell you that this is the Day of Atonement? No, I gave you the Day of Atonement. That's the fast I told you to do, is the Day of Atonement. All the other fasts you do, man, is on you. And whether you're doing it sincere or not. But that's not a fast that I told you to do. I didn't tell you to fast to have envy and strife and debate for one another, to fast for knowledge, to cut one another and tear down each other. That's not why I told you to fast. And that's not the fast I caused you to do. Go ahead.
Khan, is it such a fast that I've chosen, a day for a man to afflict his soul? Is it to bow down his head as a bulrush and to spread sackcloth and ashes? And Salah.
Okay. Come on, man. We got to understand, Israel, that the fasting that we need to do is righteous fasting, man. It's a fast that is talking about getting away your wickedness. And that's what we're going into right now. We're going into the scriptures in Isaiah, talking about the fast that God called us to do according to what Isaiah the prophet said, man. Isaiah told us to do this fast that we're about to read about and speak about. And Salakia, for the intermission right now, man, the brother has to deal with his kids, But brothers is taking time out their day to actually feed the nation of Israel. Do actually more for the nation of Israel to help guide the sheep, to show them how strong they could be and how strong we all could be if we come back to being obedient to the Most High God and living right according to His law, statutes, and commandments. We got to stop using the scriptures for our own our own vainness, our own worthless ways. We have to use the scriptures as God said, use the scriptures in a righteous way. Judge righteously one towards another is what we need to do, which means that we got to understand how to take the beam out of our own eye so that we can help take the beam out of our brother's eye. Let's clean up our acts first, man. Instead of you pointing the finger at everybody else, man, point the finger at yourself 10 times more than you point the finger at anybody else. See if you still got anger issues and try to correct that stuff, man. See if you have lack of patience and try to correct that stuff. See if you have a level of pride and try to correct that, man. Go ahead. Let me start back up.
Verse 5. Is it such a fast that I have chosen, a day for a man to afflict his soul? Mm-hmm. Is it to bow down his head as a bulrush and to spread sackcloth and ashes under him? Salaki, under him. Wilt thou call this a fast and an acceptable day to the Lord?
Are you going to call that fast, that wicked fast that you keep doing for your own selfish reasons, for your own selfish vain reasons? Are you going to call that a fast to the Lord? An acceptable day of the Most High God? Because the Most High God is saying that's not the fast I called you to do. But this is the fast that I called you to do. Go ahead.
Oh,
you got a precept?
No, let me get it in the
GNT.
Yeah.
Con.
This the book of Isaiah chapter 58 and verse number 5 in the GNT. It says, when you fast, you make yourself suffer, you bow your heads low like a blade of grass, and spread out sackcloth and ashes to lie on. Is that what you call fasting? Do you think I will be pleased with that?
Man, that goes back to even what he said, what Yahushua said, man. When you fasting, don't make it be known to everybody. Certain brothers will be like, bro, I'm fasting, because they want that glory from somebody, man. They want somebody to see that they're fasting. God, Yahushua said, man, don't make yourself be known when you fasting. That's between you and the Most High God, as well as your prayers are between you and the Most High God. You ain't supposed to be telling everybody everything you praying. You ain't supposed to be telling everybody when you fasting, man. But people do this because they want their own vain glory. They have their own ulterior motives and their own selfish reasons of why they're doing these things, man. And it's out of line. This is why God is saying, is this a fast that you think I'm gonna accept? No. Some brothers might be fasting because they want multiple wives, man. That's vain fasting. Some brothers might be fasting because they want to come out with the newest breakdown that nobody ever heard again, so people could glorify them and join their camp, man. Not the fast God called you to do. Let's hear the fast that God called us to do. Go ahead.
Verse 6 in the KJV.
Uh-huh.
Is not this the fast that I've chosen?
Uh-huh.
To loose the bands of wickedness, to undo the heavy burdens, and to let the oppressed go free, and that they break every yoke.
Man, we're gonna read this again, man. But with that being said, he said, I called you to fast to get rid of wickedness and to love your brother, to be there for one another, man, to help the oppressed. Who's more oppressed than all of us in Israel? And why are we oppressing each other? You know, by going back and forth with one another, and the heathen sitting back laughing, saying, look at those Israelites divided from one another, divided from each other. They can't even come together on a common ground, man. This camp say, I'm the only one with the truth. That camp says I'm the only one with the truth, man. This brother says I'm the only person with the truth. The other brothers say the camps is wrong. They don't know what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? Why Esau is sitting back just laughing. While the so-called system of America, these heathens, so-called white man, you know what I'm saying, is just sitting back laughing. Like, oh, these brothers are still divided, man. They ain't getting nowhere. And it's out of line for us. And like I said, if the shoe fit, wear it. You know, brothers know who's doing this and brothers know who's not doing this, man. But God called us to fast in a way of loosing the bands from one another, man. The bands of wickedness. He called us to fast from having that envy, that strife, that debating spirit, man, to just want to have a pissing contest, to fast from all wickedness as far as jealousy, envy, lack of patience, man. You know what I'm saying? You got to fast for patience. Have that anger. You got to fast to get rid of that anger, man. You got to fast to follow these laws. That's what it's saying right here. And the way that you fast is you fast from wickedness. You fast from breaking the law. Stop breaking the law. Just fast. Just say, okay, I'm going to go. So I bet you, I promise you, if you fast this way, man, it's going, your bad habits is going to go. If you say, you know what, I know I smoke weed, you know, and I'm going to go 5 days without smoking weed. And I bet you go that 5 days without smoking weed, you're going to have more of a spirit in you to say, you know what, I'm going to go another 5 days. And before you know it, those 5 days then turned into a lifetime scenario, man. A lifetime of you saying, I ain't doing that no more because you fasted from wickedness. So God took the wickedness away from you. Fast from arguing with people, man, just because they're getting on your nerves. And watch God give you the patience that you're seeking. And watch him give you control over your vessel to where anger doesn't control you, man. To where your emotions don't control you. To where you can follow the law in a better and perfect way, man. Go ahead.
It says,
start from 6 again. Read it again.
Verse 6. Is not this the fast that I have chosen?
This is the fast, question mark. This is the fast that I chose for you to do. This is what God is saying through, thus says the Most High God, through the prophet Isaiah. This is the fast that I have chosen. Go ahead.
To loose the bands of wickedness.
That's why when you read in verse 1 in Isaiah chapter 58, verse 1, it says, cry aloud, spare not. Lift up thy voice like a trumpet and show my house of Israel their sins and their iniquities. It's to loose the bands of wickedness. That's why you're showing Israel their, you know what I'm saying? So you can show them what they need to flee from is that wickedness, them breaking the laws. Go ahead. To undo.
It says to undo the heavy burdens.
And then we got to undo these heavy burdens, man. Brothers be putting a lot of heavy burdens on brothers, man. You gotta get in this truth and follow it immediately, man. You better grow fast how I told you to grow. You better be there, be up to where I want you to be immediately when I told you to be there, man. You better have this breakdown down by tomorrow or by week, man. These are burdens, man. It vexes a lot of brothers' spirits, man. By sitting over here trying to meet the quarter of a man, and these brothers is doing it for good intentions for the most part. Some brothers. You know, I ain't gonna speak for all, but certain brothers is giving out orders and stuff like that because they want you to grow. They want you to find that zeal, but you got to find that zeal in you first. And brothers need to understand that. So you got to want it first, man. So go ahead. So we got to lift off the heavy burdens on people. This is why, the 12 disciples said, look, don't eat food sacrificed to idols. You know, follow the Sabbath day. You know, the easy parts of the law. They were saying follow. If you know what I'm saying, if you could elaborate on that.
Just the simple laws, diet,
the dietary law,
diet, Sabbath, right, and loving your brother. You know, that just there's always three simple laws and they said, go to the synagogue. Well, Paul said, go to the synagogue. They teach it there every Sabbath day, right? And get the rest of them.
See, and that's what happens, man. When you break one curse, you could break another curse. When you break one bad habit, you could break another bad habit. When you conquer one sin, you'll be able to conquer another one. First, start with the tassels. Then start with growing your beard out. Then start with not eating pork anymore, man. And before you know it, God is empowering you through the Spirit, through the Qurash Rakah, to follow more and more laws, man, because he sees you really want it, because you're correcting yourself. But go ahead.
Verse 7. Salak. I'm gonna start at in 6. It says, and to let the oppressed go free.
And we got to help each other get free, man. We got to be there for one another with that true, sincere heart and that true brotherly love. A brother homeless, help him out, man. A brother need food, help him out. A brother is trying to start a business and stuff, and you really know he's dedicated to the Most High God, help him start that business so everybody can have work, you know? A brother that's trying to do something for the community, help them out. If you know this brother is keeping the laws, because it says help not a sinner. But if you know this brother is keeping the laws, help him out to the best of your ability and watch things grow, because you're planting seeds in righteous vessels that are going to add on to the talents that they have, man. You know what I'm saying? So we got to let the oppressed go free. We're oppressed, and we got to stop oppressing one another and help deliver each other out of the situations that we're in and out of the sin that we're committing. We got to help one another, man, by preaching the word of God with a true, sincere heart. Go ahead.
And to let the oppressed go free, and that ye break every yoke.
It's to break every yoke, man. To not let sin have dominion over us, man. To not let our own emotions and our own sinful ways control us to where we're destructive towards one another, man. All of Israel's sick, man. We got to pity one another instead of having anger towards each other. We all got mental issues. We all got evil spirits that's making us do things that's out of character. So instead of getting mad at a brother that's doing you wrong, you know what I'm saying, love a brother and help this brother guide you. Help guide this brother to stop doing wrong, as well as you help guide yourself to stop doing wrong so you can help others to not do wrong, man. Follow these laws to the best of your ability and pity one another instead of hating each other, man. And then on top of that goes back. This is talking about the fast that we need to do. That goes back to Yahushua. Give me Matthew chapter 17, verses 19 to 20. 19 to 20. We got to go back to this because they were asking, man, how come we couldn't deliver this brother from his sins? From the demons that was on him. How come we couldn't deliver this, man? There's one thing that you could do for a brother, and the greater love is that you lay down your life for your brother. That's the greater love that you can have for your brother, is to lay down your life for him. I'm gonna show you guys something, man.
You said 17 and what?
Start at verse chapter 17, verses 19 to 21.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 17, verse 19. Then came the disciples to Yahushua apart and said, Why could not we cast him out?
So the disciples came to Yahushua, man, and it was like, man, we tried to cast this evil spirit out of this brother, but we couldn't cast it out. Go ahead. What did Yahushua say? Go ahead.
And Yahushua said unto them, because of your unbelief, for verily I say unto you.
Because of your unbelief, man, verily I say unto you. Because you didn't believe, you didn't have the faith that you could take away the power, the evil spirit off your brother. You didn't have the faith that you could deliver your brother from the evil and the sins that have a hold of him. You didn't have this faith. You didn't have this belief, man. Go ahead.
If ye have faith as a grain of a mustard seed, ye shall say unto this mountain, remove hence and go yonder place.
If you have faith as a mustard seed, if you just believe that the Most High God could deliver a brother from his sins, iniquities, and transgressions, the Most High God will do these things. And he'll possibly use you or use other things around this brother to get this brother to recognize where he's going off, man. You'll be able to get a brother to put down the shrimp, the crab, the pork, the lobster. You'll be able to get a brother, you know what I'm saying, to get his mind right to where he ain't going through Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 28. Which is a high-level demon, man. That's cursed with madness, blindness, and astonishment of heart. You know what I'm saying? That's literally talking about a brother that lost his mind and don't even see he lost his mind. You'll be able to bring this brother's mind back, man. If you have faith of a mustard seed of understanding that the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, the power that the Most High God gave you as to be an example for your brother, you know what I'm saying, can get him out of these things, can get these evil spirits off of him. And Yahushua had the faith of a mustard seed, more than the faith of a mustard seed, man. He fasted and prayed, man, for these things to happen. And it's going to speak on this, but go ahead.
Con, ye shall say unto this mountain, remove hence to yonder place.
It says you'll say to a mountain, man, move hence to yonder place, man. A mountain is dealing with your problems, man, dealing with the obstacles that's before you. You'll say to these obstacles, get the heck away from me, man. You'll have the power to literally make brothers' situations get better and better and better, as well as you'll have faith in yourself, in the Most High God, to remove obstacles that are in your way out the way, man. These obstacles is sins, iniquities, transgressions, man. These obstacles is evil spirits trying to keep brothers in in the sins that they're committing, like homosexuality, you know what I'm saying? Lying all the time. Lesbianism, wanting to eat pork all the time, wanting to have anger all the time. You'll be able to have the power to tell these brothers stop doing these things and move these mountains out their life, man. Move these obstacles out their life. Help them move these obstacles out their life. And that's what is greater. It's for you to lay down your life for your brother, man. Fight for your brother, man. Instead of getting mad that he doesn't get the truth yet. Every tree is going to grow on its own time. You know, God's the one that yields the increase. And we got to understand these things, not us. All we can do is water and plant and hope that the Most High God yields the increase in every situation and in every vessel that he sees fit to do so. Go ahead.
Ye shall say unto this mountain, remove hence to yonder place, and it shall remove. And nothing shall be impossible unto you.
And nothing's going to be impossible unto you when you have faith. It's not going to be impossible to you to put down the shrimp, the crab, the pork, the lobster, and help other brothers do the same. It's not going to be impossible for you to control your emotions, you know what I'm saying, to where now you got patience. You not having patience, it was impossible for you in the world. But you coming into this truth through the Kodesh Rakah, the Holy Spirit that the Most High God empowers us through, Yahweh Shai, man. While Yahweh, man, will give us the power to overcome that lack of patience, to overcome that anger demon, man, to overcome that lack of self-control, and give you self-control over your vessels, man, to where you can follow God's law, statutes, and commandments in a complete and proper way. Go ahead.
Con, you want
keep going.
You want 21?
Yeah, keep going.
Con, Matthew chapter 17.
It's all good. Patience is a beautiful virtue, man. Self-control is a beautiful virtue, man.
Matthew 17 and verse number 21. It reads, howbeit this kind goeth not out but by prayer and fast.
But howbeit this evil spirit that was on this brother, Yahweh was saying, doesn't come out without fast and prayer, man. It doesn't come out. Was he telling this brother that has the evil spirit on him to go fast and pray? This brother that's speaking to himself, this brother that's mind is out of line, this brother that keeps having epilepsy episodes, throwing himself into the fire because an evil spirit is tormenting. Was he talking to that brother? No. He was talking to the 12 disciples that y'all fast for that brother, man. How much of y'all have ever fasted for a brother to get past his sins? You fast for yourself. You fast for you to get knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. You fast for your woman. For a situation to go better for you in life. But have you ever fasted for somebody to see God's light? Have you ever went and said, you know what, I'm gonna go 3 days, no food, no water, man, and pray for this brother and pray to the Most High God that God gives this brother the power to overcome his sins, iniquities, transgression, and undisputed ways. And I'm going to believe that God will do these things too. Have you ever done these things, Israel? Have you ever fasted for one another? You know, I know certain brothers have, but we need to do it more often. When a brother treats you wrong and do you wrong, etc., and you see his sickness and his disease and his sin controlling him, instead of getting mad and looking at this brother like he an evil dude, man, go and fast and pray for this dude. Didn't Yahweh say pray for your enemies? And pray for those who despitefully use you? Why is he telling you to pray for your enemies and ones that despitefully use you of your nation? Because he knows that if you pray on a righteous man's prayer availeth much. You know, meaning the Most High God hears the prayers of a righteous man on behalf of a lot of people. Moses prayed. A lot of the people in the wilderness was being wicked. And Moses prayed for these brothers. More than likely, probably fasted for these brothers, man. And the Most High God heard Moses' prayer and answered it, man, and didn't cast Israel away, didn't destroy and make a new nation out of Moses, man. All because Moses prayed, because a righteous man prayed for his brethren. You know, we got to pray for one another and fast for each other. And what greater way to lay down your life for your brother, man, for you to say, I'm not going to eat no food or drink or I'm a fast from such and such, man, just to help my brother get it. And he don't even know you fasting for him. He don't even know that you done went in your closet and prayed for him and chose to fast and not eat. He's sitting over here kicking it with you, and he asking you, hey, you want some food? You want this? And you're like, nah, I'm good. He don't even recognize, man, or know that you fasting for him.
You know what's really cool about this this scripture in Matthew. What Yahushua did is he told him this doesn't come out, this demon don't come out but by prayer and fasting, right? But did Yahushua sit there and bow down and pray and fast right here in this moment? No, he already strengthened himself up to be able to deal with a type of demon like that, right? So another thing, right? And I'm just landing back off the brother part. The big thing is that we need to build up ourselves and build up to take away demons out of us. So that way, when we encounter that same demon or a demon like it, maybe even stronger than it, we have the tool set, we have the precepts, we have the right emotion behind casting out these different demons. So what's cool about this part is Yahushua already did his fasting, right? He already did his praying, right? And so when that demon came to him, he like, you don't even know who my father is,
right?
Let alone do you know who I am, right? And I could cast out anything that I see because I already got the power from on high from the amount of work I did before I encountered this demon, right? And that's a beautiful thing, man. I just want to get
that's beautiful, man, because that's what I was thinking of, and I didn't get to it through the Spirit. God came and he was like, yeah, man, I'm about to, you missing one, Bayan. But with that being said, that's what I was bringing to the scripture, man, is that Yahushua already fasted, man. Before he started his ministry, what did he do? 40 days and 40 nights? You know what I'm saying? He fasted and prayed for the Holy Spirit without measure, man. He fasted and prayed for the power to deliver his brothers up out of their sins, iniquities, transgressions, and unexpedient ways, man. He did these things. So it's through the Spirit that the brother brought that out, man. You know, and we got to fast and pray to deliver one another out of our sins, iniquities, transgressions, and unexpedient ways, as well as fast for the power to deal with individuals when we're out here on the highways and byways preaching and teaching and feeding the sheep. A brother might come with a contentious spirit, and you got to know and have faith that you have power on how to get that spirit up off this brother, man.
And the thing is too that we have to learn how to do it in such a way to where the outsider that's looking in, they look at us and they say, okay, well, that brother, he's loud, right? But those brothers with the fringes on, they're being modest, right? They're being humble. They're not going back and forth with Jake. Nobody threatened to punch anybody, right? And they humbled the dude enough to get him to actually understand what they was putting down. So when we deal with brothers and we give in the spirit, right, with a little bit of measure, right? Because I don't think we'll ever get the spirit without measure, but we'll get the spirit with a little bit of measure. You know what I mean? We'll be able to deal with these different demons in such a way to where the outsiders say, okay, next time I see those brothers, I'm talking to those brothers because they didn't get hostile, they didn't fight, and that dude, he deserved his ass whooped, right? And they didn't do that, right? So I just want to get that out.
Oh, it's big points. It's big points, man. Let's get back to these scriptures, man, on this fast, man. Because it's talking about brotherly love towards one another, man. All brothers should be able to come together in some type of form or fashion, no matter what camp you are, what organization you're a part of, or if you're not a part of an organization at all. We all should still be able to come together in a brotherly fashion and in a brotherly way to be there for each other. It's a foul spirit of saying, oh, you ain't a part of my camp, I ain't helping you out, and I ain't dealing with you, man. That's a foul spirit, man. And it's a wicked spirit that needs to stop. You know, the Most High God, Yahushua, was talking to the 7 churches about how they were moving, man. And these brothers have to come together. Yahushua was trying to correct the 7 churches. So brothers try to use the 7 churches and saying they were divided until Yahushua came. No, man. There's too many scriptures that speaking about us coming together and loving each other, man. Regardless, man, of your doctrine, etc. If you believe in Yahushua and you know we got to keep these commandments, nigga, I should be able to deal with you. We should be able to have unity camps. We should be able to come together. The heathens don't care about what camp you a part of, what organization you're a part of. They all gonna be against you anyways, man. So we really need each other in these last days to stand strong for one another and to stay together with each other, man. You know, and this is what Isaiah is speaking about. Loosen the bands of the oppressed, man. Loosen the wickedness, man. We got to start fasting for one another and doing that righteous fast to bring each other together in some type of form or fashion. Yeah, we ain't all going to agree on doctrine, but we all know that we can agree. Yahushua is king. His father is the King of Kings, man. And we got to keep these laws, statutes, and commandments. If that's the case, let's do the work together, man. Let's build each other, man. But go ahead.
Con, this is the book about Isaiah chapter 58 and verse number 7. Is it not to deal thy bread, Salakia? Verse number 6. Is not this the fast that I have chosen, to loose the bands of wickedness, to undo the heavy burdens, to let the oppressed go free, and that they break every yoke? Is it not to deal thy bread to the hungry?
Is it not to look out for one another when we hungry, man? Whether it be helping each other out, get a job, whether it be giving each other food, you know what I'm saying? Whether it be giving each other the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of the Most High God and giving them the true righteous knowledge, man. Is that not what God has called us to do, which brings unity to our community? Go ahead.
And that thou bring the poor that are cast out into thy home.
And we bring the poor into our home. You know what I'm saying? We sit over here and say, hey, man, I'm willing to build with you. I'm willing to grow with you. Hey, you poor outside. You ain't got no place to stay. Literally, you can come and live and stay at my house, man. I got a brother doing that for me right now, man. Literally, you can come and stay with me, man. As well as, hey, I don't care if you're from this camp or that camp, man. You want to build together? You want to hold unity camp, man? Hey, come in, man. And let's do this work together. You know, hey, you still could have your organization. You still could have your how you move, you know. But hey, let's build together. Let's feed the sheep together, man. That even goes back to, what is it, Peter and Saul and King David and Samuel. King David was prophesying with Samuel, man, and Saul's men came and started prophesying with him. And then Saul came and laid down before them, man. It wasn't, oh, I'm this leader, I'm that leader, so on and so forth. They all understood we're out here to prophesy for the nation of Israel, for the Most High God and the nation of Israel. That's what we out here to do. So it don't matter if you're a part of the organization or not, man. Let's all come together and feed the sheep properly by our actions, by what we do, and by treating each other brotherly like we're supposed to. Go ahead.
Come, when thou seest the naked, that thou covers him.
And then when you see the naked, is it not to cover him? When you see a brother without clothes or in need, man, is it not to cover him? And on top of that, naked is dealing with a brother in sin. When you see that he ain't got his garment on, are you going to give him his garment? Are you going to give him the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding that he needs to correct his sinful ways and what he's doing that's not beneficial for him? Are you going to do these things? You know what I'm saying? Because when it said Adam and Eve was naked, it meant they were in sin. Are you willing to help your brother out of sin by being a brother to him? Or are you willing to sit over and say, I'm just going to keep cutting you and make you look stupid for my views, for my entertainment, man, so I could get glory, man? Which that's not going to give you glory. That's glory of men, which is no glory. I want glory of the Most High God, which is glory. And that's what you brothers should want too. But that's to look out for one another and help each other out. Even Yahweh Shai said, I'm going to say to the wicked, when I was naked, you clothed me. When I was hungry, you fed me, etc. You gave me my identity back.
He was going to say that to the righteous.
Yeah, he's going to say that to the righteous. I said to the wicked. So he's going to say that to the righteous. You clothed me when I needed clothing. You fed me when I needed food. You listened to me when I needed somebody to talk to. And that's how we got to be towards one another when we see each other out there, whether you're from this organization, that organization, whether you're in the world or you're not in the world, man. We got to sit over and say, hey, man, I'm here to feed you with the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, literally and spiritually, man. I'm here to clothe you with literal clothes as well as spiritual clothes, which is these knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, the laws of God. I'm here to be here for you because I'm your brother. I'm a minister to you like Yahweh Shai ministered to us, man. And minister means to make yourself a servant for somebody. I'm going to make myself a servant for my brother's sake. It says, great is the teachers of men, but the chief of men shall be called servants of men. Let's be servants of men for one another, man. Go ahead.
Khan. It says, when thou seest the naked, that thou coverest him, and that thou hide not thyself from thine own flesh.
And don't hide yourself from your own flesh, man. Israel, we all one flesh, man. We're all the nation of Israel. All you Black, Hispanics, and Native Indians are the Israelites that the Bible speaks of. Stop hiding yourself from each other, man. Be there for one another. You hide yourself by not wanting to help out each other or wanting to talk behind each other's back, man, or wanting to say, oh, he ain't a part of this organization, or he ain't even a part of the camp, or he don't even know that breakdown, or he don't know this, and you hide yourself from him. I'm not going to deal with that brother. I'm not going to be around that brother. Hey, I'm going to love that brother from a distance, man. That's out of line. You know, deal with your brother. Stop hiding each other from one's flesh, man. Stop hiding each other from one another and come and deal with each other, no matter how rough around the edges somebody might be, because you was rough around the edges too before. or you might still be rough around the edges. And guess what? That brother of your flesh can help smooth out those rough edges on you. Iron sharpeneth iron, man. Be your brother's keeper. Go ahead.
I want to get it in that GNT right
Bring
quick.
it up.
Isaiah 58 and verse number 7. It says, share your food with the hungry and open your homes to the homeless, to the homeless poor. Give clothes to those who have nothing to wear, and do not refuse to help your own relatives.
Man, that's literally in the law, man. And that's a big problem in the Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian community, man. Families don't want to help out each other. And we sitting over there homeless and poor while your grandma or your brother got a whole living room for you to sleep in, etc. But he don't want to have you in there, man. It's out of line. We're supposed to help out each other. That's literally a law in Leviticus. I'm not exactly sure where, man. I'll post it on my Facebook later. But there's a law in Leviticus that says help out the poor and the needy, man. Bring them into your house if your brother waxeth poor. I think that's what it says. If your brother in Exodus, I think it's Exodus or it's Leviticus, one of those. But if your brother waxes poor, be there for him. Help him out. Don't assert usury over him, man. Bring them into your house. Feed them. Even when brothers used to go to other brothers' countries and other lands, man, they would come to the streets and see a prophet on the street corners or see a Levite on the street corners and say, come into my home. Don't sleep on these street corners no more, man. We got to understand how to be there for one another. If you find it, let me know. You know what I'm saying? But that's literally a law to help out each other. When you see your brother waxing poor, when you see your brother at a low state, when you see your brother needs help him out. Don't be like, dang, I need my money. I can't help him out. Or I don't want him in my house. You're going to pay your bills anyways. You're going to make sure there's a roof over your head anyways. There was a time where I let a lot of brothers stay with me rent-free, man. A lot of brothers stay with me rent-free. Don't charge me nothing. Just better your life. That's all I want you to do, man. Because I'm going to pay these bills regardless. And whatever you want to give me, cool. But you ain't got to give me nothing. Just get yourself right with God and better yourself. I did that multiple times for multiple individuals, man. And I'm not saying that to brag. I'm saying that to be a testimony that that's how we all need to move too. We need to help each other out no matter what. You find it?
Not yet.
It's cool. It's cool.
So you want verse 8?
Wait, hold on. No. Give me Zechariah chapter 7 verses 9 to 10. Because we're gonna go into multiple prophets that's speaking about how we need to do this. God didn't just speak it through Isaiah. He spoke it through Zechariah. You know what I'm saying? He spoke it through Jeremiah. He spoke it through many prophets of old. He spoke it through Yahushua. Looking out for one another. And it takes the fruit of the Spirit, executing the fruits of the Spirit to look out for your brother, man. It takes understanding the spirit of the law to look out for your brother, not just the letter of the law. The letter of the law, you think you can follow easily, but you really ain't following it if you're not applying the spirit of the law as well as the fruits of the Spirit to follow the law, man. You there?
Come.
Go ahead.
9 and 7?
Chapter 7, verse 9 to 10.
Come. This is the book of Zechariah, chapter 7 and verse number 9. Thus speaketh the Lord of hosts, saying, execute true judgment.
It says, thus speaketh Yahweh, execute true judgment, man. Righteous judgment according to the law, not according to what you want from somebody, man, but according to what God said do. If God said correct your brother, go correct him. I don't care if he's sitting over here helping you out financially or he's a rich guy or what have you. If he eating pork, tell him to put that pork down, man, or you're going to get judged for that stuff, man. I don't care if he got a cross on that his mother gave him that's hundreds and hundreds of dollars, man. No, you got to throw that cross away. That's an abomination, bro. Go ahead.
Con. It says, execute true judgment and show mercy and compassion every man to his brother. Show mercy and compassion every man to his brother. This is dealing with the fruits of the Spirit, man. If you can find me the fruits of the Spirit laws too, by the time. But show the fruit of the Spirit towards one another, man. Show compassion and mercy towards one another. Understand that you was in these situations before too. And understand how to be there and help another brother get out of the situations that you already got yourself out of, man. Have that mercy and compassion for your brother by being there for him in every way, shape, and form that you could be there for him for. It says,
And it's the same thing that God is saying through Isaiah. But go ahead.
And oppress not the widow, nor the fatherless, the stranger, nor the poor.
Don't do wrong to nobody that's fatherless or widow or poor, man. Be there for them. Be the father for them. You know what I'm saying? Be the husband for them. Be the protection for them. Help them out, man. Spiritually, man. Be there for them in physically, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, in every way, shape, and form that you could possibly be there for them. Go ahead. Because you will be there for Yahweh that way. So if you would be there for Yahweh, if he was in that low state, be there for your brother when he's in that low state and help him get up out that low state like Yahweh helped you get out that low state before. Go ahead.
Con. It says,
we're just going to 10.
The stranger nor the poor, and let none of you imagine evil against his brother in your heart.
Is that it, man?
Yeah, con.
Let none of you imagine evil against his brother in your heart, man. It's evil to say, I know I got $20 when this brother needed, but I ain't going to give it to him. You know what I'm saying? It's evil to sit over and say, I know I got a place for this brother to stay, but I want to walk around my house naked right now. You know what I'm saying? I don't want my space invaded right now. That's evil, man. You got to sacrifice yourself for your brother, man. You know what I'm saying? It's evil for you to be sitting over here looking at your brother with envy and strife and wanting to debate with him and make him look foolish and stupid. It's evil for you to want to cut somebody up for your own vain reasons. At least cut to heal. Don't cut to kill. I don't mind cutting you to heal you up, man. Surgery. You got to cut open one part in order to heal the other part, man. I don't mind doing that, man. But it's evil for you to just want to cut a brother and make a brother feel stupid. It's evil for you to be doing these things that God said not to do, like sleeping with your brother's wife, imagining how you could take your brother over or wishing him to fall, wishing bad upon him, man. For whatever reason. But is that on that?
Give me the fruits of the spirit.
Okay, no, not right now, but hold that. I wanted you to give me Isaiah, and then after Zacharias again, then we go
and out.
No, then we're gonna go to the fruits of spirit. Then we got a little bit more, but it's almost done. We're almost done with this.
Isaiah 58 and verse.
No, yeah, Isaiah chapter 1, verse 16, 17. So like Isaiah chapter 1. Isaiah said it in the beginning too. Go ahead.
Isaiah chapter 1, verse 16. Wash you, make you clean.
Wash you, make yourself clean, man. Wash yourself from the evilness that you keep doing and make yourself clean, man. Go ahead.
Wash you, make you clean. Put away the evil of your doing from before mine eyes. Cease to do evil.
Cease to doing that evil that you've been doing, man. You got a whole lifetime that you got to catch up with of getting rid of the evil that you've been doing. And that's the fast that God is talking about in Isaiah chapter 58. You know what I'm saying? Verses 6:6. Man, he's saying fast away from evil. So put off your evil. Go ahead.
Learn to do well.
You got to learn how to do well, man. It ain't just going to come overnight. You know what I'm saying? You got to learn how to do well by doing well over and over and over, repetitively, religiously. Then before you know it, your life is doing well constantly without even having to sweat about doing it. Go ahead.
Learn to do well. Seek judgment. Relieve the oppressed. Judge the fatherless. Plead for the widow.
Yeah, man, we got to pray and plead for one another, man, and be there for each other. Like I keep saying, I'm just hitting redundant scriptures to show that the Most High God is showing this in so many places. One last one. Is that it on it? Go ahead.
Come now and let us reason together.
Come now, let us reason with one another. Let's come together and reason with each other on how we can help each other grow and help each other get to bringing glory to the Most High God's name, bringing fame to the Most High God's name, bringing praise to the Most High God's name. Let's reason together because God told us to unite with one another. Just like a parent wants their children to get along, God's telling us to get along. And we're his children, the Israelites that the Bible speaks of, you Black, Hispanics, and Native Indians. So let's come to getting along by reasoning with each other, with the scriptures, with the knowledge of God, and correcting ourselves. Go ahead.
Come now and let us reason together, said the Lord. Though your sins be as scarlet, they shall be as white as snow.
See, if we reason together and help each other out, our sins will be wiped away, man, as if we were pure as white as snow. Go ahead.
Though they be red like crimson, they shall be as wool.
See, man, though they red, man, like crimson blood, man, they're going to be like wool, man. It's going to be like a sheep, man, just precious and beautiful, man. Give me Zechariah chapter 8, verses 15 and 16. And bear with me, Israel. I'm trying my best to deliver this the proper way that I possibly can. This is the first time that I'm really going into it in depth, you know, and I'm not a cameraman. You know, I'm very shy. I try to do things outside of the camera. The only reason why y'all be catching me on camera is because this brother, the spirit didn't hop on this brother right here, God War, to push me out there and keep recording and get me in that spirit of wanting to record and get this out to the masses, man.
You said 8 or 9?
Chapter 8, verses 15 to 17.
Okay.
And then we can go to the fruits of the spirit after that.
This is the book of Zechariah, chapter 8, verse 15. So again, have I thought in these days to do well unto Jerusalem?
See, the Most High God thought to do well unto Jerusalem, man. But what is that going to take when he comes to do well unto Jerusalem? It's going to take us recognizing how to treat each other right. You know what I'm saying? Because when we treat each other right, we're treating Yahweh right.
And to the house of Judah, fear ye not. These are the things that ye shall do.
This is the things that you should do. Don't fear, man. Because all you need to do is do this, man, and you'll be relieved out of the captivity and the hellhole that you have been dwelling in and the pain that you go through. Go ahead.
God, speak ye every man the truth to his neighbor.
Speak ye every man the truth to his neighbor. Psalms chapter 119, verses 142. God's righteousness is an everlasting righteousness, and his law is the truth. Speak the law, every one of you Black, Hispanics, and Native Indians, you Israelites that the Bible speaks of, one to another. Speak the laws of God one to another so we could rehearse them with each other, so we could perfect them and live and be that strong nation that Yahweh has called us to be. Go ahead.
Okay. It says, speak ye every man the truth to his neighbor. Mm-hmm. Execute the judgment of truth and peace in your gates.
See, execute judgment of peace, man. Judge one another and be, it says, blessed are the peacemakers. That's what Yahweh said. Be a peacemaker instead of there, and show how you might be greater than the next man. Stop doing these things. You know, come to be at peace with each other through the law that brings peace, brings tranquility, brings rest, brings prosperity, brings wealth, brings everything, brings health. Man, use the law, speak it one to another, and let's get peace with each other. Go ahead.
And let none of you imagine evil in your hearts against his neighbors.
Don't imagine evil in your minds against your neighbor, because the Most High God knows your mind. What is it? Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verses 13, verses, what is it? 12, verses 14. Every secret thing shall be brought into judgment, whether it be good or evil. Man, that means the Most High God knows what you're thinking. He knows how you're moving. He knows what you're doing behind closed doors. Don't think evil one to your neighbor, man. In your closed door, man. Don't be thinking evil against your brother. Always think about how you can lift him up and be there for him and help him stay strong. For the Most High God, for Yahweh Shai, and for our nation Israel. Is that all right? Go ahead.
And love no false oath.
Don't love no false oath, man. Don't love nothing that's false, man. Don't love something that's against us and against our building of our people, and that's against the Most High God. Go ahead.
And love no false oath, for all these are the things that I hate, said the Lord.
All these are the things that God hates. Why would you want to keep doing something that God hates? It's not just Esau and the heathens he hates. It's the wicked of our nation he hates too, and their wicked ways, man. What is it? Psalms chapter 5, verse 5, man. I hate every worker of iniquity, man. So we got to get past these things that we keep doing, man. Spirit of the law. But we got to get past these things because God hates them. Stop lying to one another. Stop giving up on each other so quick, man. Start learning how to love each other through the laws of God, because that's what love is. Everybody say, I don't know what love is, or I got my own definition of what love is. God tells you what love is, man. The definition of love is in the scriptures from the living creator of heaven and earth that he gave to Paul to give to us too, man. That he gave to Moses to give to us. That he gave through all the mighty righteous prophets of old and Yahweh Shai. Is the laws of God. That is love. So learn how to love one another. Get your feelings out of it and go according to what God said do. and have that feeling of love for it. But go ahead.
Con, before we do that,
Go ahead.
Con, this is so I want to go through this a little bit right quick, right? Because what's going down in Isaiah 58 is very heavy, right? And this is the game changer, right? This is how we're gonna actually get out of this wretched ass kingdom called America, man. Under these damn devils and these heathen, man. We're gonna get from under these people, right? So right now I'm gonna go into GNT, right? Isaiah chapter 58 and verse. I'm gonna go ahead and start at verse 12. Your people will rebuild what has long been in ruins, building again on the old foundations. You will be known as the people who rebuild the walls, who restored the ruined houses. Right. So right now, that's what we're doing. For 400 plus years, we wasn't able to go back into the laws and say, okay, we the Israelites, we need to be keeping the law, statutes, and commandments for a long time, right? We was kind of just moving however we needed to move to survive, right? Because we didn't want to, well, the people that was living at that time, our ancestors didn't want to get extinct, right? From starving, from not eating the food that they was giving us, right? From being cold and destitute, right? We didn't want to give up, man. So we kept fighting and we kept eating that ratchet food, right? We kept doing whatever master said, right? So we can make it all the way to here. But now we're able to go back to the old ways and build those ruins, man. And now we're building that ruined city, man, and bringing it to a better kingdom, a better place, right? We had a kingdom before, but this kingdom is going to be everlasting and it's absolutely gorgeous, right? But it's going to take this, man. Verse number 13, it says, the Lord says, if you treat the Sabbath as...
Get into that, God.
You said you was going to end.
No, I said, give me the fruits of the Spirit, and then we was going to finish all the way to the end.
Okay, so, all right. So verse number 8.
No, the fruits of the Spirit real quick.
Kyle, let me read this again. This is the book of Isaiah, verse 58 and verse number 8. And it reads, then we was on verse 7 still? No, verse 8, right?
Yeah.
Then shall No,
it was verse 7. But we just ended with Zechariah. But you can read verse 7 and then go to the fruits of the Spirit.
Kind, it is not to deal thy bread to the hungry, and I won't read it in GNT. So it says, share your food with the hungry, and open your homes to the homeless poor. Mm-hmm. Give clothes to those who have nothing to wear, and do not refuse to help your own relatives. And we're going to go to the book of Galatians chapter 5. Galatians chapter 5 and verse, I believe we want 20. Oh, it's a lot here. 22. This is the book of Galatians chapter 5 and verse number 22. But the Spirit produces love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, humility, and self-control.
Read that again. That was powerful, man.
It says, this is the book of Galatians chapter 5 and verse number 22. Mm-hmm. But the Spirit
produces... This is what the Spirit does. And this is what you need to get. You need to ask for the Qurash Rakat, the Holy Spirit, in the name of who you regularly call Jesus Christ, real name Yahweh Shai. You need to ask the Father these things, man, to get the Spirit of the Most High God so you could produce what?
But the Spirit produces love,
man, which is keeping the laws. Go ahead.
Joy,
man. Joy of keeping the laws and the joy that you're going to get from one another when we all come to start keeping these laws. Go ahead. Peace, the peace that we're going to get from keeping the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High God and being there for one another.
Patience.
And it's going to give you the patience that you need to be there for your brother properly instead of giving up on him so quickly. Go ahead.
Kindness.
And you're going to have kindness to where you ain't belittling your brother, but uplifting your brother and speaking life unto your brother, man. Go ahead.
Goodness.
And you're going to be doing goodness unto your brother, man, instead of evil where you want to envy and strife and debate with one another. You're not going to do those things. You're going to do goodness unto him to where you build with him and you guys come to a common ground about the scriptures and about what the truth really is. Go ahead.
Faithfulness.
And then you're going to have that faithfulness. You're going to have that faithfulness to be there for your brother, man. Is where's your brother going to be faithful to be there for you? And the faithfulness that y'all both are going to have to be there for the Most High God properly, like you're supposed to. Go ahead.
Humility.
And then you're going to have that humility, man. Not that prideful spirit, but that humility spirit, man, to where you're sitting back, okay, I get you, brother. I'm there for you, brother. I'm helping you out. And if you got something on the humility part, please bring it out too.
That's all good.
Go ahead.
And self-control.
And then you're going to have that self-control. That's what we really lack right now. It's self-control, man. And self-control is what we truly need to follow the law, statutes, and commandments properly. And only the Spirit of God can come upon you through the Qurash Rakah, the Holy Spirit, that is going to give you that patience that you need to get that self-control that you need to where you're not doing your brother wrong, but you're long-suffering with him, patient with him, strong with him, all the things that the fruits of the Spirit is talking about, because you can't follow what God said that fast that we need to do in Isaiah chapter 58. You can't do that without applying this to your life, man, without applying the fruits of the Spirit to your life to the best of your ability. Go ahead.
There is no law against such things as these.
There's no law that's against you sitting over having patience and long suffering and being genuine and loving and kind towards one another. Where's the law where it says I have to hate my brother? Where's the law where it says give up on my brother quick, man, and shun my brother, man? Where's the law that says if he's not a part of my organization, I ain't dealing with him, man? And I'm gonna look at him like he's a bug out and there's something wrong with him. Where's these laws? There's no law that says these things. But there is laws that speak about patience, long suffering, kindness, man. What is it? Self-control. There's a whole bunch of laws on these things, man. Go ahead.
And those who belong to a Mashiach Yahushua have put to death their human nature.
And those who belong to Yahushua, if you're really in this truth like you say you are, man, then you go and belong to Yahushua, and you're going to put away this sinful nature that is within you. You're going to put away that selfish, that envy, that greed, that jealousy, that hatred, man. All of the laws that you've been breaking, you're going to put them away. And you're going to see this in a brother on how he acts and how he moves towards you, especially when you guys don't see eye to eye on how he moves towards you. That's when you're really going to know if a brother's in a Mashiach Yahushua. Because the Mashiach Malak Yahushua, who we call Jesus Christ, he took a beating for people and still loved them. His last breath was, God forgive them, they know not what they do. And you're going to understand that that's when that spirit is on a brother, because you're going to know that even though you don't see eye to eye, he's still down for you and he's still riding with you, man. And he's still there to help you out and not talk behind your back or make you feel less of a man. But go ahead. Is that over? Oh.
Wow. And it says, the Spirit has given us life, Salakia. And those who belong to a Mashiach Yahushua have put to death their human nature with all its passions and desires.
See, in that human nature is you being in the world, the worldly you, the you that love making fun of people, the you that love envying other brothers, the you that was stingy and didn't want to help out, man. God said these brothers is going to be able to put away that worldly man and actually be that new spiritual man that's really reborn. And we're supposed to be reborn in Yahushua. So you better hope you're reborn. And if you're not, pray to God that he puts a spirit on you to let you obtain being reborn, to fully come out that wound alive and not dead. Come out that wound alive, man. With true zeal, with true love for the Most High God. Go ahead.
The Spirit has given us life. He also control our lives. We must
Who also controls our lives?
The Spirit has given us life. He must also control our lives.
And he must also control your life. That's who you want to control your ways and your life, man. It's the Qurash Rakah, the Holy Spirit. You know what I'm saying? Mashiach Malak Yahushua, the right hand side of the Alahayim. You don't want the evil spirits controlling your life that are going to lead you to death. You want the righteous spirits, the right hand side of the Alahayim, man. The right hand side of the angels to guide you and to lead you and to show you what you need to do. So you pray for these things, man. Go ahead.
We must not be proud or irritate. We must not be proud or irritate one another.
We can't be proud or irritate one another. I'm seeing things that I'm cutting myself right now because I see that I be irritating brothers. It ain't deliberately, but I still see that I be irritating brothers. So I need to learn how to work on that too. I need to look at my brother and be like, okay, this irritates him. Let me try to fix that. You know, just like he's supposed to look at me and say, oh, okay, this irritates this brother. Let me fix that, you know, but go ahead.
It's funny how you said try. And
Yeah.
you said let me. I need to fix it, but you need to try. That's crazy.
I need to try. We all need.
But we must not be proud or irritate one another or be jealous of one another.
And we can't be jealous of one another. It's easy to get jealousy, man, especially when you see a brother with the hedge of God's protection around him, man. You start getting jealous. Like, man, I want that protection. I want those many wives, man. I want that many sheep to flock unto me. I want to have this big organization. I want to be that guy, man. You got to get rid of that. As soon as that thought and those evil spirits come to you, you got to take captive of them and lock them spirits up, man, and say, nah, man, I don't care. I'm good for that brother. And I'm happy that brother got multiple wives. I'm happy that that brother got peace in his household. I'm happy that that brother got a big following. I'm happy that that brother, you know what I'm saying, got a good job, etc., got money in his pocket. You know what I'm saying? You don't want nobody down and out. You want to be happy for brother. You want brothers to be in the same position you're going through. Nah, man, be happy, man, when a brother is up and living it up and has his peace when he's living in righteousness. Man, be happy for that brother. Oh, so lucky the camera could hear us. But the kids need to go to sleep. Yeah, so lucky go. The spirit sometimes. So lucky. Take control. Like, what is it, Neil?
It says, one more, right? This is Romans chapter 7 and verse number 15. It says, I do not understand what I do, for I don't do what I would like to do, but instead I do what I hate. So sometimes you got people, man, right? When they trying to move in the spirit, like the brother said, he said, I'm going to try to not do this, but you better stop doing this, right? And I'm just messing with him, right? But it's telling us, man, our body, right? Our old man is always right there at the back door, just looking for an opening. As soon as a little peek, it's like that nosy ass neighbor, man, that always just looking out the window for whatever reason, right? Your old self is always peeking out the window, looking for that time to exit the door, right? To come out and make you look like that old man again, man, right? Like me, I got a very bad frustration spirit that I battle that makes me want to fight, right? So I gotta always remember, like when I'm getting frustrated, to check myself, man, and to actually sit there and remember, take one breath in through the nose, another breath through the mouth, one breath through the nose, one breath through the mouth. Because if I don't do that, it'll make me look evil to somebody who don't know me, right? But that's it on that.
Go on. Give me Paul real quick. I mean James chapter 1. We're gonna read to. You know what? Now let's get on the fruits of the spirit. There's a lot of scriptures on the fruit of the spirit. Go back to Isaiah. Let's hurry up and end this out. Get to the end of this. But there's a lot of scriptures on the fruits of the spirit, man. Look up 2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 15. Study to show yourself approved. A watchman. Study to show yourself approved. A workman that needeth not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth. You Black, Hispanics, and Native Indians got to study these things and apply them to your life, man, so that we all could live right towards one another and get the glory and the and the protection of the Most High God and be back in His good graces again.
That's right.
Go ahead, start at 8.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 58 and verse number 8. Then shall thy light break forth as the morning.
See, when we do all those things we just went through, of loving each other through the spirit of the law, as well as the fruits of the spirit, then our light is going to shine forth, man. Then that's when the Most High God is going to see us, man. That's when everybody else is going to see us. That's when they're going to give glory to the Most High God, because they're going to see that Black, Hispanics, and Native Indians truly love one another and live properly. Just off of the few that's going to pick up this knowledge and apply it, it's going to shine so bright, man. Because everybody is looking at Black, Hispanics, and Native Indians thinking they'll never get right. So once we really get right, and once the Most High God sees us moving in the fruits of the Spirit as well as the Spirit of the law, He's going to shine it so bright that everybody is going to have everybody is going to have to submit and say Yahweh is true. The only thing that can make those dudes move right had to be the living Creator of heaven and earth, man.
That's right.
Go ahead.
It says, then shall the light break forth as the morning, and thine health shall spring forth speedy.
And then you're going to have health speedily. Your health is going to spring forth speedily, man. Man, talking about diseases, all these things that have mental issues, our health is going to come. Our mind's going to come back. We're just going to be so strong and so healthy speedily, man, when we do these things. This is why I said this is something that Israel has to do. This is a fast that Israel has to do at an all-time high, man, especially now in these last days, more than ever. We need to love one another and come together with each other through the fruits of the Spirit as well as the letter of the law, man. And Mashiach Malaki Hawashai, through the Kurash Rakah. We need to come together, man, and love each other, man. Then that's when our health is going to get expedient, man. Go ahead.
And another thing too, once you get into the spirit of the law, right, which is keeping of the law. Once you start keeping the law, your health automatically get together, man. If you're really doing it right and you're not stressing, right, you're giving all your burdens into the Lord, right, and you didn't do a bad number on your body before you got into this truth, your health automatically gonna pick up because you're gonna read in Sirach. Sirach chapter 32. You should have a balanced diet. You shouldn't only eat meats or be overindulged in meats. You should also have other sides and stuff like that. It also tell you that a little bodily exercise, it profits you, right? So when we get into this thing, man, we actually doing this truth thing, right? Automatically your diet change, your state of mind should change, right? But it also goes by having good examples too. So like the brother constantly talking about you brothers and sisters that know this truth, right? Y'all have to get right as well, man. Who are you to be 350 pounds, right? Damn, telling somebody that they need to keep the law, statutes, and the Most High of the Most High God. Go get your life together, bro. Like, make sure you own your spirit, have self-control of your spirit, because it look like you don't have self-control, right? So all these things really do matter, man. Your outward appearance matters just as much as your inward, man. And if your outward is all jammed up, who's to say what the hell going on in the inside, right? And then a lot of times people like to cover up, they like to cover up their imperfections, right, with other things. They'll end up dressing real fly, right? They dressing real fly, but their mind is all bad, man, right? They're using their leadership, right, to be a damn heathen to you, right? Tell you to go here, sit down here, don't move here, shut up here. Why are you doing that there, right? Instead of just being a regular human being and not letting nothing, right, a regular Hebrew Israelite, and not letting nothing make them feel like they're high and mighty above you, man, but actually humbling themselves. The Apostle Paul said, right, and I know some camps don't like this brother or however they feel about him, right, but the Apostle Paul said, to the weak I became as weak, and to the strong I became as strong. Why? Because if you exerting your authority high to a person that just came in this thing, man, you could push them away, man. You done ran a sheep. You done turned into a wolf in sheep clothing and ran the sheep out the damn barnyard because you couldn't handle your pride, man, your ego.
Yeah, that's right? Like pressure, man. It's like you washing a glass, man. You apply too much pressure on it, you break it, man.
You'll break it, man. You squeeze it too much, man. It's too thin, man. It's gonna crack, man. Right? And a lot of times, what people really do is they kind of like fumble in the glass, boom, and it just fully shattered, man. Right? But we need to take care of one another, man. We need to prefer one another. The spirit of the law tells us what? Do not irritate one another, man. Don't get on one another's nerves, man. If you see that something is bothering a brother, don't do that thing. Try your hardest not to do that thing. Right? And that's what we learning with this type of fast that the Most High is saying. He's not saying fast from foods, meats, and all these different dumbass things, right? That we can easily just stop doing, stop drinking, stop eating. You can tell yourself those things, but your mind's still bad.
Yep.
Right, your mind is all jammed up, man. And the GNT, man, tells you, man, y'all fasting, and you mad that you fasting. Right. You feel what I'm saying?
So it's the daily atonement, man. I do this, man, but hey, I gotta do it, man. I don't want to look evil.
You fasting and you mad you fasting, right? And then you got some people, man, they said the law tell me I gotta keep love my brother, man. I really don't like this nigga, man. This is what he's telling us to fast from, those bad thoughts of self-hatred, hatred against your kinfolk, your wife, your children, your husband, right? All these things, these are the things you need to fast from, because that's what's going to change the whole thing. That's what's going to flip the world upside down back to the right position.
That's right.
Is you treating one another the way that y'all supposed to treat one another, man. You helping a brother when he down and out, man. That's what's going to change the whole game, man. That way I don't have to go worry about, as a Hebrew Israelite, I be sitting there having these thoughts, man. As a Hebrew Israelite, you thinking about robbing a damn bank, man, right? You shouldn't have to think about that. You shouldn't have to live like that, because brothers that say they love you, because every nigga in this culture say they love you, really don't damn love you.
That's
they
right.
don't love you enough to say, you and your family down and out, come on in here, man. You got 2-3 months, go ahead and make it happen, right? And if it's 3 months and it's going in the 4th month, hey man, who gives a shit, man? Go ahead and finish out what you started. You feel what I'm saying? Get your thing together. Who really doing that, man? That's the fast that the Lord is talking about, man. The Lord is talking about put yourself in one another's shoes and help one another wear your shoes. You feel what I'm saying? Like, don't just let him wear his own shoes, man. Pick him up when he's down. Be the shoulder to lean on, the shoulder to cry on, man. Sam Cooke, right? Instead of being a goddamn selfish person, man. And we get that from these heathen that we living under, man. Self. Worried about yourself. Self. Nah, man. Like the brother told me the other day, man. What if somebody fat and they come in the truth? Hey, look, man, I'm gonna find a better way to tell you, but I'm gonna tell you, hey, bro, you're fat and you need to get your life together, man. You gotta change that, man. Because when it comes down to play ball, right? When it comes down to play ball, look at you, man. You breathing heavy, trying to walk 10 miles. You ain't walked 10 miles in 30 years.
Right.
And now we gotta go mob, you know what I mean? And you can't even mob 2 miles. We might as well just smoke you. We might as well do like they do in the military. Smoke you, get you out of the way so I ain't got to worry about you, so I can keep pushing.
But a brother ain't going to do that because he
we
loves you
ain't
so much.
yeah,
so we're going to sit back and try to...
Now we all going to die because your ass ain't right? But nonetheless, man, we need to start fasting in our actions, our thoughts, the way that we feel about one another, man, right? Not being that brother to say, oh, you helping me like get people up at camp to talk to them, and you're not in my camp, you're not in my organization, man. The water, man, brother, like right? Facts. Instead of being like, oh no, you know y'all ain't supposed to be doing that over here, this, that, and the third. Nigga, now you banging, right? You banging really.
What you call it? You said that they sitting over. It's almost like they're holding the door and letting the spirit come out when they want the spirit to come out.
They got a gate up, holding the spirit back. And then they only let the spirit out when they feel like they want the spirit to come out. Man, that's evil, man. Right? That's not righteous. Right? But I digress.
And that's going into not letting brothers move with you and build with you, man. A brother come and stuff, and you want to bring somebody up to. He's just sitting back watching your camp. Say he walked up to IUIC, man. Hate to bring up that or any camp, IUIC, ISUPK, etc., man. And he sat over there and he's listening to y'all. And he got his fringes on and stuff. He ain't a part of your camp. But then a brother walked by and he sit over there and stop a brother and be like, hey, man, I see, you know what we doing up here, etc., man. Hey, let me take you up here. And then he walks the brother up to the brothers in IUIC or ISUPK or the brothers of whatever organization he's prospecting with or he's watching and says, hey, brother, I was just talking to this brother on the sideline and I was telling him how strong we are, etc., man. Hey, help him understand what we're doing. Help him get this. Instead of looking at that brother saying, brother, it's not your job to bring nobody up. Either join my camp or don't do nothing here. Nah,
what
bro.
Is that, man?
You know what I'm saying? That's what he's saying. Like you guys are holding the spirit back.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like the spirit, it ain't your show. It's the Most High God's show. The Most High God put it on this brother's spirit to bring somebody up. You know what I'm saying? Because he want to move. He want to feed the sheep that he chooses to feed. That's so right. Yeah, man, we got to understand these things. We're in this together. We all team Yahweh Yahweh Shai, man. We all are team Yahweh Yahweh Shai. If you truly genuinely love him, if you truly genuinely love the Most High God, man, then let everybody do the work, man. As long as they ain't out there speaking false doctrine, man, you know, teaching people to be evil, man. Hey, welcome them with open arms.
That's right. That's right.
Go ahead.
Right. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 58, and verse number 8 again. Then shall thy light break forth as the morning, and thine health shall spring forth speedily, and thy righteousness shall go before thee.
See, and your righteousness is going to go before you, so much to where everybody's going to see that brother walks in a righteous way. I want to live that way. I want to move that way because I see the benefit in how he moves. I see how was with him to where they're going to glorify our Father in heaven just by you following God's law, statutes, and commandments and being an example. Go ahead.
It said, the glory of the Lord shall be thy reward.
And the glory of the Most High God is going to be our reward. It's going to be a reward to the righteous men of Israel that the Most High God gets praise and fame and honor to his name. It's going to be a glory for us to be able to sit back and say, dang, Yahweh, everybody knows you're real. Everybody knows you're true. Man, that's a glory to us. That's a blessing for us. That's all I can't wait to live where everybody bows down and says Yahweh is the God of all gods. Everybody bows down to his son and says that his son was given the power to rule on this earth, man, over everybody, man. Everybody understands that the Israelites is the true chosen people of God. And because Yahweh is the true living God, and they praise his name, man, that's going to be a beautiful day. And that should be your reward. Not you getting money, you know what I'm saying? Not you getting multiple wives from God, not you getting a big leadership in a big camp. No, your reward should be to give honor, glory, and praise and fame to the Most High God's name, and to see that brothers love the Most High God properly.
And it's crazy, man, because the whole thing leading up to this is what? If you see somebody naked, destitute of something, anything, help them out. If you see that, a brother, you know, need a place to stay, help him out. If you see, you know, that a brother is struggling and he's oppressed, help him out, right? If you see that a brother is dwelling in wickedness and doing wickedness, help him out, teach him what's going on, right? You seeing all this help for the reward of the Lord.
That's right.
Right? You don't see hinder, right? You don't see keep it to yourself. You don't see muzzle your mouth, right? You don't see hide your wisdom, right? You see give so you can get the reward at the end. A lot of people trying to have a give and receive relationship, right? When the Lord ain't called us to have, right? Matter of fact, Yahweh Shem Yahushua did not call us to have a give reward, a give receive relationship. He said give, and I will reward you, right? So at the end of the day, we looking for the reward of the Lord. Is it good to have another brother that think and feel just like you do and give to you as you give to them? Of course it does. It's a beautiful thing, right? But is that necessary? Hell no. What if you got to give all the way into your dying day, right? When you finally get to the kingdom, man, your mansion gonna be 10 times.
Yeah, that goes back to the story that I used to read as a child, man. Yeah, the giving tree, man. The guy kept coming because he grew up under this tree, right? And as he grew up under this tree, you know, the tree would always gave him fruits and stuff. Then there was no more fruits. Then the tree was like, hey, look,
I got shade.
I got shade for you. Then the tree was like, look, chop me down and make a house, man. Then the tree was like, look, you can sit on my stool. He chopped him down all the way to the stump. And he was like, man, all I got is a resting place for you to sit back and think. And man, that's how we got to be. We got to be like that giving tree, man, constantly, man.
Give, man, so we can get that reward. And it says, verse 9, then shalt thou call, and the Lord Yahweh shall answer.
Wait, when is he going to answer?
It said, it says, then shalt thou call, and the Lord Yahweh shall answer.
This is when Yahweh is going to answer your prayers, man. This is when Yahweh is going to answer and put us in the kingdom. Give us the kingdom of earth, man. Give us the kingdom of heaven, which is us ruling the earth, man. That's when he's going to hear. We always praying for God to hear us, man. Learn how to treat your brother like you would treat Yahweh, man. See Yahweh in your brother, man. If you wouldn't do it to Yahweh, don't do it to your brother. If you wouldn't do it to Yahweh, don't do it to your wife. Don't do it to your sister. Don't do it to your children. If you wouldn't do it to Yahweh, then that's when he's going to hear. He's going to be like, oh, no, y'all, you treat me like I'm the father that you love so preciously. You know what I mean? So when you treat me like you love me so preciously, when you treat me like you love me so preciously, man, I'm going to hear you. And I'm going to treat you like that precious jewel, delicate servant that you are. Go ahead.
Big facts. It says, then shalt thou call, and the Lord, then shalt thou call, and the Lord Yahweh shall answer, and thou shalt cry, and he shall say, here am I.
Then he's gonna hear your tears, man. How much times did King David say, Yahweh, please hear my cry, hear my tears? My pillow is drenched with tears, man. It's just wet with tears, man. You know what I'm saying? You want God to hear those tears. You know, and he said, if you do these things, if you do this fast that I'm asking you to do, then I'll hear you, man. If you do these these laws and this fast that I'm asking you to do, I'm gonna hear your tears, man. I'm gonna hear your cry. I'm gonna hear your plead. Go ahead.
It says, here am I, if thou take away from the midst of thee the yoke, the putting forth of the finger.
If you take away the yoke, man, the hard bondage that you're putting up everybody under, you know what I'm saying, by being evil to each other, because you being evil to one another and breaking the laws is a yoke of bondage upon us as a people, man. You know what I'm saying? If you stop being evil towards one another by following the law and stop putting away the finger, want to point the finger at everybody rather than point the finger at yourself and cleanse your ways so you can help everybody else cleanse their ways, man. If you stop doing that, right? And speaking vanity, my fault, I haven't read it, my fault. And if you stop speaking vanity, you know what I'm saying, towards one another, worthless things, you know, then the Most High God gonna hear us and come towards us. But go ahead, verse 10.
I want to get in verse in the GNT right quick. It says, when you pray, I will answer you. When you call to me, I will respond. If you put an end to oppression, to every gesture of contempt, and to every evil word, if you give food to the hungry and satisfy those who are in need, then the darkness around you will turn to the brightness of the noon.
That's deep, man. That was way deeper than the KJV, man. It said, man, your darkness, this dark cloud that's been chasing you and raining on you and thundering on you, left and right, now it's gonna be bright as light, man. What is it? The sun is gonna come forth, man. What is it? First comes the storm, then comes the sun, man. Yo, I'm looking for that sun, man. I'm looking for that bright, shiny day, man. Let's get through this stormy days, man. Let's get through these bad habits and these bad, evil ways that we're doing so that we can enjoy each other in our righteous state of mind, in our righteous ways, man.
It says, speaking vanity, this is the KJV, Isaiah 58 and verse number 10. And if thou draw out thy soul to the hungry and satisfy the afflicted soul, then shall thy light rise in obscurity.
Then your light is going to rise in obscurity, man. I don't know what that word obscurity means, man. I don't want to speak on it too much, but it sounds like it's going to rise. It's going to be so bright, man. It's so clear. Yeah, that's what it sounds like. It's saying
that's exactly what that word means.
Like it's just going to be clear as day, you know, as a obscurity. That's how our light is going to shine forth, man. That's why
it says right here. It says, around you will turn to the brightness of noon. It's gonna be bright as hell. You know what I mean? Man, you're gonna be able to see everything.
Man, just clear. No more dark spots, man, in this place. Man, no more valley of the shadow of death no more, man.
But go ahead. Says, then shall thy light rise in obscurity, and thy darkness be as the noonday.
Even the dark times ain't even gonna be dark times no more, man. even the not so good days is gonna be beautiful days, man. That's what I want. I want that for all my people, man. All the Black, Hispanics, and Native Indians that's been experiencing so much evil from our oppressors and from one another. I want this stuff to stop. And it's so easy to stop. All you got to do is have self-control and follow God's law, statutes, and commandments as you're told, man. That's all you got to do. It's so easy for us to get the kingdom. I want the kingdom. And it seems like it's happening. Obviously, a lot of brothers is doing what Isaiah 58 is saying, but a lot of us maybe ain't. So this needs to be reiterated and brought back out to light that we need to do this fast, man. We need to turn from our sinful ways immediately so that we could shine bright as the morning.
And even past the sinful ways, because a lot of brothers is past the sinful ways, right? It's the sinful ways of the spirit of the law that brothers is not casting off of them, right? It's selfish deeds and selfish needs that brothers and sisters is doing that's hindering the kingdom, man. If brothers and sisters will be more willing to give than to receive, we would be out of this damn place, man. Right? I swear, it's like for every one of us, there's two of us that's not willing to give their life for their neighbor, man.
That's big fact.
Right? And giving your life is not giving like dying, right? Everybody will probably die for their brother, but giving your life is giving up your comfortability to make another brother or sister comfortable.
That's deep.
You feel what I'm saying? And a lot of brothers is not dealing with that. And a lot of it got to do with their second half, man. Their second half feel this, that, and the third, and they don't want to move that way. Or even for women, the man feel like this, that, and the third, and they don't allow them to be of service to somebody else, right? How many of us brothers, right, could go to our woman and say, look, today we going give 100 sandwiches to the poor. Well, damn, nigga, that's like $100. We could have went out together and went go eat or something. Nah, man, but hold on. We're going to get some food for the poor, and I need you to make it for them. You feel what I'm saying? And these are the type of people that we need in our culture, in our society.
That's right.
Damn the society of the world, the Hebrew Israelites, right? The Hebrew Israelite culture, man. We need our people, man, to be more willing to give than to receive, man. Everybody trying to get a little piece of something, man.
Instead of give something, man. So
Instead
we can
of
get
give,
it.
dog.
Man, you give something, man. We'll get everything, man.
It's
What is
telling
it? What
us
is
that
it? What
right
does it
now.
say? You gotta spend money to make money.
You gotta
man.
spend money to
You
make
know what I'm
money,
saying?
man.
You gotta sit over here and look out for somebody for them to look out for you.
Man.
And then if we look out for each other with a true, sincere heart, yeah, how we're gonna look out for us, and we're gonna shine so bright in this security, man.
And it tells us to gather together. This is the reason why it tells us to gather together, not so we could be separatists in our own house, but so that every time, if I got a problem, I could walk next door to Banyan house and say, "Hey, bro, look, man, I'm having a hard time right now. I can't understand this. My wife tripping. The babies won't be quiet. I need some time. Can I come in there right quick?" This is the time. This is why we need to come together. The Lord ain't telling us to come together so we can still be separate while we're together. That's right. Not the point. Together. That's not the point of the thing.
And that's not even together,
no,
man. You got brothers in the household, brothers that have been in relationships where they feel alone. A lot of women understand that, and I'm pretty sure a lot of men understand that, man. I'm in this household with you, but I feel by myself. I feel alone. I don't feel like I got somebody backing me up, man. You know what I'm saying? You here, but you ain't here. You know that, and that's how Israel is right now. It's like y'all here, but we ain't here. You know what I'm saying? I should be able to go to IUIC, and IUIC should be able to come to me. I should be able to go to Sakari, and Sakari come to me. I should be able to go to Watchmen of Israel, and Watchmen of Israel come to me. House of David, you know what I'm saying? House of Israel. All of us should be able to come together for help from one another, man. And to love each other and to build a foundation of where we don't need Esau system, but we got our own system moving, man.
And Salaki, I'm gonna go on a little rant. So, but I went to other brothers, man, at heads of camp that I know got wisdom, man, when I was having marital problems, right? That I felt like I wasn't the culprit, right? But I was trying to fix it and help my significant other fix it. And I went to brothers didn't even respond. You feel what I'm saying? But when I said Shalom, that video that you did, that was fire. You know what I mean? Shalom, appreciate the king. Yeah, make sure you share it. But then when I said, brother, I only been married for 4 years. It seemed like you've been married a little bit long. You got any tips, tricks, right? Or I'm building an organization. Can you chop it up with me? You mind chopping up? I need a mentor. You feel what I'm saying? You mind chopping it up with me to help me build these other brothers and sisters up there? And brothers ain't respond none. But when I deal with that video or what they done said in the video, it's like, oh man, Shalom, appreciate that, brother. So this is what we talking about. Israel need to fix that type of stuff so that way we can get up out of here. That's a better fast. They eat food, they eat, drink.
I'm gonna say it right now. You know what I'm saying? 144,000 men. The righteous ones of the nation of Israel, they're gonna hear and understand and how to do this, regardless of what organization they're a part of. They're gonna understand, hey man, we're gonna come together in some type of form or fashion, man. That's what I'm saying. That's what's gonna happen, man. I know the righteous ones hear the Most High God's voice, and this is clearly what He's saying. I mean, it's not hard to see. But let's get through these things.
It says, verse 11. Verse 11. And the Lord Yahweh shall guide continually and satisfy thy soul in drought.
Man, we in a drought right now. We're going through so much pain. We ain't even got nothing, man. The Most High God said that I will guide you, man. You know what I'm saying? And what is it? And be safety to thy soul in this drought, as well as in the land. You know what I'm saying? When we get the kingdom of heaven, man, he's gonna be our safety. He's gonna guide us. He's gonna help us have food and always eat and sustain us, man. The birds and the bees have what they need. Are you not greater than the birds and the bees? Well, act like it and come together like the birds and the bees do, man. Act like it, and you know what I'm saying, and love each other like the birds and the bees love each other, man.
When the last time you saw two pigeons fighting?
Man, I ain't seen one. I don't think I've ever seen one.
When the last time you seen two doves fighting?
I ain't never seen one. What about, that's just me. I'm pretty sure they're out there, but I ain't never seen it, bro. I ain't never seen a beehive that's going at it with each other. You know what I'm saying? Let's come together and build with each other, man. But go ahead.
It says, and make fat thy bones.
Man, you're gonna be fat, man. You can come into the truth, man. The Most High God gonna satisfy you so much that you're gonna have to make sure you're disciplined enough to not eat so much and to not do so much. You're gonna have to make sure you get up off your ass, man. You know what I'm saying? Because you just got so much, man. But go ahead.
And thou shalt be like and thou shalt be like a watered garden.
Then we're gonna be looked at as like a water garden and a what?
And like a spring of water. whose waters fail not.
We're going to look like the Garden of Eden once again, man. We're going to look like the most precious and prized possession that the earth has ever seen, man. We're going to be looked at as the most powerful and wealthy and healthy people on the planet Earth, man. When we come to follow these laws, statutes, and commandments, when we come to serve the Most High God properly and be there for one another, you know what I'm saying? Like we're supposed to be there for one another, like good brothers and sisters are supposed to be there for each other. Then that's when you're going to see us like a watered, healthy vessel, man, and a healthy watered spring, man. That's why they look at us like we the dirt in the desert place, man. Like we the what is it called? The dump. Like we the trash dump.
Mm-hmm.
That's how they look at you, Black, Hispanics, and Native Indians. When they see our community, they see the dumpster, man. They see the garbage can. But God said,
and they put it there. They put the trash can right there.
Exactly.
In our neighborhoods, in our barrios, our logos, the projects. They put that there so they can look at the dumpster. They don't want to smell the dumpster. They just want to look at, it's still over there.
And we're going to keep throwing our trash and our BS over there.
Yeah.
Man, that's what we're going to keep doing.
Putting the pistol in their little trash bag, little crystal meth. You know what I mean?
And that's what's in the Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian community. Because we don't do this fast. Because we don't love one another and come together with each other, man. We want to be looked at as that wellspring water to where all nations say, surely this nation is a wise and understanding people, man, according to Deuteronomy chapter 4, man, verses 5 to 8. I want to be that wise and understanding people. I want people to see me as a wise and understanding servant of the Most High God. And you guys should want that too. But go ahead.
It says, and be like a watered garden and like a spring of water whose waters fail not. And they that shall be of thee shall build an old waste place.
It says, they that shall be of thee shall build the old waste places. So the ones that get right and live right according to the Most High God is going to be taken to the land of Israel and be able to build it back up. Go ahead.
And they that shall be of thee shall build the old waste places. Thou shalt rise up the foundations of many generations.
And they're going to rise up many generations of our people, man. Rise up our people to be in a righteous, healthy state, man. Go ahead.
And thou shalt be called the repairer of the breach.
And it says we're going to be called the repairers of the breach, man. We've been breached. We've been hurt, man. We're going to be called the ones that actually healed the nation of Israel, the ones that actually got used by the Most High God and by his son and by the Elohim to heal our people and get them to stop doing evil, but do the things that's good and righteous for them to do. Go ahead.
And it's cool because, Salaki, if you don't mind, it's cool that they said this, the repairer of the breach, right? Because a breach is a wall that stops, that stops people from getting in and stops water from getting out, right? So this breach that's being repaired, right, is also a breach of contract, right? We breached the contract. And the Most High, he had to send his son to repair that. And then eventually we're going to be called the repairers of that breach as well. And we're going to be able to stop our water from leaking out, man. You feel what I'm saying? Because we haven't had our understanding in a long time because we've been breached.
It's like a scab, man, and sewed up. We're gonna be like the stitches.
Stitches, man, to stop it from coming on up.
That's beautiful.
You know what I mean? So we can hold on to all that we want, to all that we have. You know what I mean?
That's right. And that's beautiful, man, to be called the repairers of the Most High God, the repairers of his nation. I would love to be called that. I pray that I'm one of those men of the 144,000 that truly repented from within, man, and guided people away from sin. I pray I'm one of those brothers. I pray this brother's one of those brothers. I pray all the brothers that are sincere and true in this walk for the Most High God be of those men.
Man, for real.
Go ahead.
Baba Kushar. The repairer of the breach, the restorer of paths to dwell in.
The restorer of the path to dwell in. We're restoring our people to the righteous way, to how we need to move and what we need to do. I want to be called that, man. You know what I'm saying? It's going, and those people, those men that are going to get those labels are the ones that truly, sincerely worked hard enough to put a smile on the Most High God's face by following his laws and loving their people like they're supposed to. But also there's a point in this verse that I want to get at. It says that they're going to be called the repairers. I mean, they're going to go and build the waste places. How are we going to build it up? You think we about to work? You think these men that are putting in so much work to get our people to be healed and stuff is going to be nailing and hammering and building up the kingdom? Nah, that's not how it's going to work. The way that they're going to build it is by telling people to build it, man. And this is why it says those of them that are left, the ones that come is going to build up this place. These heathens, man, they're going to build up our place according to Isaiah chapter 14. If we can get that real quick, just to give a little standard. Isaiah chapter 14, man, this is how it's going to be for these men that truly repent from within, man. They're going to be able to tell people to build up our kingdom, man. They're going to be overseers. Their job is going to be telling people what to do. You know what I'm saying? And the other people's job is going to be to listen and do what they said do.
Isaiah 14 and verse number 1 in the KJV. For the Lord Yahweh will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel.
God said through Isaiah before again that the Most High God is going to have mercy on us and choose us to rule this earth. Go ahead.
And set them in their own land.
And we're going to have our own land. Go ahead.
And the strangers shall be joined with them.
And all the other nations are going to be joined to the Black, Hispanics, and Native Indians, the Israelites that the Bible speaks of. Whites, Arabs, Chinese, East Indians, Africans, etc. Man, all these heathens are going to be joined unto the nation of Israel. Go ahead.
And they shall cleave to the house of Jacob, and the people shall take them and bring them to their place.
And we're going to take them and bring them to our place as they cleave to us, because they see that we're that beautiful spring water. You know what I'm saying? They're going to cleave to us, and we're going to take them to our place, to our land, to Jerusalem, to the nation of it. To the land of Israel. Go ahead.
And the house of Israel shall possess them in the land.
And we're going to possess these people in the land. You know, this is what Yahushua was saying. Those that kill with the sword are going to be killed with the sword. Those that led into captivity are going to go into captivity. We had to build up everybody's kingdom, man. We built up America, and this is why they call America great. We built up Egypt, and that's why they call Egypt great. We built up Babylon, and that's why they call Babylon great. We built up all of the heathens' nations. So guess what? What goes around comes around. They're going to build up our nation. That says the Most High God, according to the prophet Isaiah and what he spoke about, man, in Isaiah chapter 14. Go ahead.
Yahweh in the land of Yahweh for servants and handmaids.
And they're going to be our servants and handmaids. This is what it means that we're going to build the old waste places. Right now, our place is wasted, man. The nation of the land of Israel is down. The tabernacles of David is down, man. You know, but we're going to build up this place. And even what you see right now is going to be destroyed, you know, and we're going to build up that place right now. What you see in the land of Israel right now is going to be destroyed. All of those heathens that are in our land that are calling ourselves us, those small heads, the Jewish people, man, you know what I'm saying, it's gonna be laid waste, that place, according to thus says the Bible, the scriptures that they say they come from. Go ahead.
It says for servants and handmaids, and they shall take them captives who captives they were.
And we were captives to all these other nations, all these other lands. So we're going to take them captives whose captives we were, man. Go ahead.
And they shall rule over their oppressor.
And we're going to rule over those that are oppressors, man. And the way we're going to rule over them, man, is by governing them and telling them to follow the law, statutes, and commandments and treat each other like true, respectable men and women, man. And build up our kingdom.
That's right.
Like we have to build up yours. And after 1,000 years of you building up our kingdom, then you can go to your land and build up your kingdoms, man. But first, build up ours. Like we have to build up yours, and then we can all live in peace.
Come.
Go ahead.
Back to Isaiah. Come. So it says, this is Isaiah 58 and verse number 13 in the KJV. If thou turn away thy foot from the Sabbath, from doing thy pleasures on my holy day.
If you turn around yourself from doing what you want to do on the Sabbath day. Oh, I want to go and buy some chicken on the Sabbath day. Oh, I want to go and sell my jewelry on the Sabbath day. Oh, you know what? I'm just going to go kick it at the beach on the Sabbath day. Oh, I'm going to go to Mexico on the Sabbath day, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to do what I want to do on the Sabbath day. If you stop doing these things, Israel, if you stop doing what you want to do on the Sabbath day and do what God said do on the Sabbath day, which is rest, man, to the best of your ability, go ahead.
And Salakia, and call the Sabbath a delight. If thou turn away thy foot from the Sabbath, from doing thy own, if thou turn away thy foot from the Sabbath, from doing thy pleasure on my holy day, and call the Sabbath a delight, the holy of Yahweh.
Man, see, if you come around and start delighting in the Sabbath day, a lot of brothers don't delight in the Sabbath day. They do it because They feel like they have to. Man, I gotta stay in. Damn, I can't go buy no J's right now, man. Damn, I can't go to the beach and kick it with my bros and stuff. Damn, I can't go to work and make money right now. I wish I could just go and make money. No, man. If you turn around and find a delight saying the water Yahweh that I get to sit back and save some money today. The water Yahweh forgive me a day of rest to where I ain't gotta go slave, you know what I'm saying, and build up somebody else's foundation, man. The water Yahweh, meaning thank you, Yahweh, for giving me this day. If you just take a delight in doing it and how according to how God said do it, go ahead.
The holy of Yahweh, honorable, and shalt honor him, not doing thine own ways, nor finding thine own pleasures, nor speaking thine own words.
Sitting over here. If you do what God said during that Sabbath day and love that Sabbath day and don't speak your own words about what the Sabbath day is, oh brother, you can go do this, you can go do that, brother. You know, don't study your scriptures, man. Go and look and study something else, or go and watch a movie and stuff like that. Nah, man, sit at home, rest, man. Read your scriptures, build it up, man. Give time back to the Most High God. He gave you 24 hours of life, man. Use would it use 10% of Sabbath day. You should, especially on the Sabbath day, give God 2 hours and 40 minutes of your time to show him that you appreciate him, giving you the opportunity to love him again. Go ahead.
Then shalt thou delight thyself in the Lord Yahweh, and I will cause thee to ride upon the high places of the earth.
Then he's going to cause us to rule the earth, man. Once we do these things, this is the kingdom. This is what the kingdom is talking about. I'm going to give you the kingdom of the earth. I'm going to give you rulership of the earth. You're going to ride on the high places of the earth. You're going to be sitting on yachts instead of cots. You're going to be sitting in golden mansions instead of a one bedroom apartment, man. You're going to be sitting over here having a beautiful wife and a beautiful life, man, and beautiful children that live right. Go ahead.
Come and feed thee with the heritage of Yaakov, Jacob, thy father.
And he's going to feed us with the heritage of Yaakov, Jacob, our father. Get Ezra real quick. We're going to see what this heritage is to prove that it's the kingdom. Get Ezra chapter 8, verses 83.
You're not saying
First Ezra, my fault. First Ezra chapter 8, verses 83. So we can see what this heritage is. This heritage is, man. It's the kingdom, and God's gonna show it to you, man, through Ezra and through Sirach, man, Ecclesiasticus, man. But go ahead.
8:33. Come.
83.
80, 84 or 83?
83.
Come. All right. This is the book of First Ezra, chapter 8, and verse number 83. That the land which ye enter into to possess it as an heritage is a land polluted with. I can't do that.
I need some rock too, though.
All right.
Excuse my brother, man. He got that zeal and that passion. It's hard to read. I got my Bible marked up and stuff, man. It's hard to read through. I got a whole bunch of red lining and highlightings and stuff over it, man. So it's kind of hard to look through.
So this is the book of First Ezra, chapter 8, and verse number 83. That the land which ye enter to possess it as an heritage.
What's our heritage?
The land.
The land that we go to possess, man. The land of Israel is our heritage, man, as well as things that God gave us that apply to that land. But go ahead.
It is a land polluted with the pollutions of the strangers of the land.
See, but we let it get polluted. We let the land get polluted. We let the kingdom get taken from us because we wanted to share it with the heathen that doesn't even appreciate our God, doesn't even recognize our God to be the one and only true living God, man. And right now, our people start following these heathens too, man, and don't appreciate our land or where we come from. So the Most High God kicked us off this land. Give me some rock real quick. Or is it more?
And they have filled it with their uncleanness.
And we filled the land with our uncleanness.
Nah,
just like, no, I
know.
The heathens filled it up with their uncleanness, and we helped them by filling it with our uncleanness.
That's right.
By not listening to the Most High God and doing what he said do, man.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So we need to start doing what he said do. So the Most High God will cleanse our land. By us cleansing our ways, he's going to cleanse our land and give us our land back, man. Give us the kingdom of heaven, man. Give us rulership of the earth, and our headquarters will be Israel and Jerusalem, man.
That's right.
The land of Israel will be our headquarters that we rule the whole earth from. Give me Sirach chapter 17, verse 11.
This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, better known as Sirach, chapter 17 and verse
11.
number 11. Besides this, he gave them knowledge and the law of life for inheritance.
See, and the law of life is our heritage, man. He gave us life and the law of life, which is our heritage, man, which is the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High God. That's our heritage. Can't no heathen tell you what this Bible is talking about. Can't no white person, no Arab, Chinese, East Indian, or African truly tell you what this Bible is about. But the Israelites, the Black, Hispanics, and Native Indians that dedicate their lives to the Most High God and living right, the Spirit will come upon them, and God will break down and decode what the Bible is really talking about.
That's right.
You know, that's because it's our heritage. God gave it to us. This is our laws for us to be looked at as wise and understanding people in the sight of all nations. Go ahead.
He made an everlasting covenant with them and showed them his judgment.
And he made an everlasting covenant with us, man. Meaning that we're always going to be his children, man. We're always going to be the ones that he is dealing with, you know what I'm saying, and protecting, man. And he's going to come back and do those things again like he's always been doing. He never stopped. He's just giving us an ass whooping right now to get us to get right, man. So that we could be worthy of the blessing that he wants to give us. I'll go back to 14.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 58, and verse number 14. Then shalt thou delight thyself in Yahweh, and I will cause thee to ride upon the high places of the earth, and feed thee with the heritage of Yahweh, thy father. For the mouth of Yahweh hath spoken it.
God spoken it. Yahweh said that we're going to rule the earth for eternity and beyond, man. We're going to be the ones that's on top. I want to end it off with this. Give me Romans chapter 13, verses 11. And we'll end it off on reading on down. We'll end it off with that. And I appreciate any viewers or anybody that's listening or will listen to this took discipline and dwelt with the time span of this breakdown, man. Of this knowledge that we're giving out through the Most High God's Spirit and through his son Yahweh Shai, man.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 13, from the top.
13, 11.
13 and 11. And it says, and that, Salaki, I'm going to start at 10. Love working no ill to his neighbor.
And that's what we've been talking about, man. This whole breakdown in Isaiah chapter 58. Love works no ill will towards his neighbor. Love is not going to try to wish ill upon his brother, no matter who he is or what organization he's a part of, man. Go ahead.
Therefore, love is the fulfilling of the law.
Love is the fulfilling of the law, man. And what that love is keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. That's what love is. And that's what fulfills the law, is you keeping the law. It's very easy and simple. But go ahead.
And that knowing the time, that it is now high time to awake out of sleep.
So now,
hold on right quick. This is crazy because like we going into this on Isaiah 58, right? Then we go to this precept and it's telling us in verse 10 that the love is the way to wake up. You got to wake up by loving. You got to love to wake up. You feel what I'm saying? Like, because it's crazy because that is saying do what I'm telling you to do, as in love your neighbor as yourself.
Right.
So that way, because it's high time to wake out of sleep,
man.
So we could get the damn kingdom. So the only way to bring the kingdom up is to love your neighbor.
As you love yourself through the law, statutes, and commandments. Man, now that's deep, bro. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even look at it like that, right? But that's how you wake up, by loving one another. And it's high time you wake up because you ain't been loving each other for ever since the dawn of time, I'm going to say. Y'all just ain't been loving one another properly like you're supposed to. And the only way to wake up out the sleep, the only way to truly be awoke and say you awoke, man, and truly get the kingdom and the glory of God is to love one another and keep the commandments. So it's high time, man. We done read Isaiah, man. You done seen all these prophecies unfolded right now. World War III is right upon us right now. Brazil, India, China, and Russia want to nuke America. You know what I'm saying? The third world's about to come out. What is it? Sakari. The spirit just came on the brothers in Sakari, on Guerrilla Hebrew and Hassad to put out a lesson about what the 2/3 is and how we at the end of this race, man. And it might happen in our time. It's very likely that it could happen in our time. How willing it happens in our time, man. I can't wait till this place burns. But it's high time to wake up out of sleep. It's high time to stop doing the BS you've been doing since you came out the womb. Go ahead.
It says, and that knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than we believe.
Our deliverance is nearer than we believe, because our deliverance is predicated on the fall of our enemies. And the fall of our enemies is right around the corner. Esau is about to hit the dirt. America is about to get hurt and hit the dirt and be no more.
Man.
Which means that we about to be the ones that's going to have a rulership for eternity. You know what I'm saying? That's what I can't wait for. So it's high time to wake up out the BS you've been doing. It's high time for you to stop sinning. Go ahead.
It's crazy because this says the night is far spent. It said you've been living in darkness for long enough.
Right.
Wake up, love one another, stop hating one another. Because
God.
to hate one another is to live in the night. To love one another.
You break it.
Yeah, come.
Hold on. Go ahead. What is it? It says, what is it? 11. The night, verse 12. The night is far spent.
The Lord is telling us, man, the night is far spent, right? We just went through a whole breakdown lesson on how we need to be loving one another properly, right? And it's telling us right now the night is far spent. So that means it's time to come to the light. To live in the night means that you're hating one another. To live in the light is meaning that you love one another, man. You loving one another. Right, Rito?
The day is at hand.
It's at the day is at hand. The turning the lights on in this thing is at hand, man. It's time to wake up, man, and start loving one another properly, man. Start being that genuine soul to your brother and your sister, man. Instead of being jealous of another woman, right, and being jealous of another man and coveting his household, right. Sirach tells us, man, for a woman to be jealous of another woman is wicked, man.
That's right.
So if your husband get him another wife, man, it's wicked for you to be jealous of that other woman.
That's right.
It's more righteous for you to say, okay, me and him got a marriage, him and her got a marriage, and they deal with their problems, and we deal with our problems, right? Rather than you hating
and we help each other deal with each other's problems.
Right, exactly. And that'll show you more righteous than wicked.
Right.
Go ahead.
Let us therefore cast off the works of darkness.
Let's cast off this hatred spirit, man. This spirit of I don't give a damn about you. I care all about me, man. This spirit of receiving, and start to be more of a giver, man. Right? So that way we can live on, man. Right? Because right now, man, we're all walking far to death, man. Even in the truth, man, you got a lot of people, bro, walking far into death, man.
That's right.
Right? But read on.
And let us put on the armor of light.
And the armor of light is love, man. The armor of light is the keeping the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High God, and the spiritual law, man. Peace, patience, love and kindness, carefulness, gentleness, forgivefulness, right? All these different things, man. Goodness. I said forgivefulness.
There you go.
Right, forgivefulness. So, and to exercise long suffering and all these things, man. That's what it's about, man. And the only way to get to that, right, is to humble yourself, man, and realize that you need to fast, you need to pray, not for you, right, not for your people, but for the ability to get different spirits up off of you, so you can get those same spirits up off of your brothers and sisters, man.
That's right. Let us walk honestly, as in the day.
It says, man, let us love one another like we in the daylight, man, where everybody could see us. Don't hate your brother in your brain like you in darkness, man. The Most High got the light shining on you. So let's walk and love one another as in the day, as in a broad daylight, where you hug your brother and you say, yeah, bro, I really love you, King. I'm glad you're here for me, man. I'm glad to be here for you. Right, this is how we need to walk honestly in the day, man.
That's
so
right.
while we ain't calling somebody behind your back saying, hey, man, you know what this nigga just did? You know what this sister just did? Yeah, she did, blah, 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 blah. Instead of that, you talk to the brother and sister and be like, hey, look, man, you know I love you, man. But this that you did, that wasn't right. Right? That's walking and being honest with one another and loving one another honestly, man. Right, go ahead.
It says, not in rioting and drunkenness.
It says, man, not in flashing out on one another and getting full of that alcohol courage. And well, now you want to talk your mind. You want to talk your mind when you're full of it, right? Why you ain't talk your mind in love, right? In the light of the day, hey, I love you, brother, but you know you did offend me earlier when you said such and such, right? But no, man, you want to wait till you get drunk to start wanting to punch on a nigga. You feel what I'm saying?
And on top of that, when it says not in rioting and in drunkenness, meaning not in moving how America said move, man. not drinking up their wine, man, they philosophies, how they said move, you know.
Yep.
Don't be out here moving how America moves, man, and speaking the things that America said speak. Don't be out here doing what Satan wants you to do and speaking the things that Satan speaks, man. Be out here speaking the law, statutes, and commandments and moving with sound doctrine, moving with sound wisdom, which is God's law, statutes, and commandments. Go ahead.
Which is love.
Come on.
Go ahead.
Not in chambering and one-tonness.
Nah, not in holding yourself in the crib. You just doing your own thing in the crib, right? Or in one-tonness, man, just being lascivious out there. When it says riotous living, that's you being at party, shaking the tail feather, getting behind people and doing your Dougie, right? And then one-tonness is the same thing. It's moving on with a sexual urge, man, constantly wanting your urges of sexual pleasure to get fulfilled, right? We don't want to move around in this type of spirit. Next thing you know, you got 20 wives, and then 15 of them don't even like your ass, and they leave.
And they all committed adultery.
Yeah, and they all committed adultery, and all those adultery is on your dumb ass head because you just want to move on and one-tonness, right? Go ahead.
Man, not in strife and envying.
Yeah, not in strife and envying, man, because the opposite of strife is what? Humility, humbleness, empathy, right? And the opposite of what's the other one? Envy, right? Is giving, right? Being giftful, being willing to sacrifice some of your time, right, for your brother, man.
And happy that your brother's winning.
Yeah, con. What the hell I'm gonna be jealous of you for?
It says, but put ye on the Lord Yahushua Mashiach, Jesus Christ.
It says, man, walk. What it's telling you is to walk exactly how Christ walked, man, as in giving his life for the brethren, man.
Oh, that's right.
Right? Taking stripes on his back and whooping people into shape, man. Because some people he had to whoop into shape, right? But after that, did they sell in the money changers again? You ever heard another story about that? Hell no. You know what I'm saying? Niggas got up and got right, nigga. For real, go ahead.
And make not provision for the flesh.
It said, man, don't do what the hell you want to do. Do what the Most High wants you to do. And what Christ did. Follow him.
He said,
Mashiach is the anointed. We the anointed right up under him.
It says, and make not provision for the flesh to fulfill the lust thereof.
And that's how you get those funky ass 15 wives.
No, in fact, when it says make not provision, you know what I'm saying, for the flesh, to fulfill the lust of the flesh, it's saying don't make excuses.
A time and a space, too.
A time and a space and excuses and justifications to keep doing evilness. Oh, that nigga looked at me evil, so forget that nigga. You know what I'm saying? Or this brother, you know what I'm saying, stepped on my shoes, or this brother, you know what I'm saying, yelled at me a certain type of way. So forget that. You're making excuses to not be at peace with your brother, man. God said don't make excuses to fulfill the lust, the evilness within you, man. Oh, my wife did evil, man, so I'm just gonna go and get another wife, and then they get another wife and get another wife, like this brother was saying, man. You know what I'm saying? And I'm guilty of it, man. Gonna put it out there. I'm guilty of it, man. Moving too damn quick, man. Instead of just appreciating what I have, man. You know what I'm saying?
Next thing you know, you're in a bundle of crap, man. You're in a big pile of crap.
And once again, that's where I am, man. But how gonna take me about this crap, man. But with that being said, man, hopefully Yasharala that you understood and you received what we were saying, man, what the Most High God was saying through us. I hope it was the Most High God speaking through us. I believe it was. I believe it to be true, man. So with that being said, let's get right, Yasharala. Let's live right, and let's bring honor, glory, and praise to our Father in heaven's name, man. Yahweh is his name. And with that, I'm going to say, Call Halah, Abanaw Yahweh, Ba Shema Mashiach Malak Yahweh Shai, Wa Ahabata Mashabakah. That's all honor and glory and praise to the Most High God. In the name of his only begotten Son's name, who we ignorantly call Jesus Christ. Wa Ahabata is, and I love you, family of Israel, that is. Kwam Yasharala.
Kwam Yasharala. Shalom.
Shalom, guys.
See y'all on the next one.